He probably is reincarnated. Oh, I had my tire pressure gauge go off. I was like, "What is that?" And fill it up real quick. And then when I was driving, it went down again. I'm sitting there thinking, I don't know what that is. So I pull into the gym and I'm looking with my light and everything, and I look at the interior wall, the sidewall, the interior sidewall, and it's just shredded. It's bad when you know you got the little wires, like the you know the steel
Yeah.
belt that you. It looked like something just gashed it. You know, like an asteroid hits the space shuttle and there's that gash. That's what it looked like on a portion of the wheel well. And so it's just stripped back. I go, wow. So I was like, damn, I gotta go get a tire now. Probably two, because you know you can't just get one. There's money. Jeez. Son-Ova-Flower. Good to see you, bro. What's up, everyone? Good evening. Husky called. Husky called it. Oh, he said he's backstage. I'm backstage. We were stalling just for you. You're not in a car.
No, no hockey tonight.
What?
I know. Oops, I gotta fix this. Sorry. One second.
School
There we go.
School has started, so no late hockey for him now. Had to
He
put
said, up there. F them kids.
Yeah, I had to save my wallet.
You need to. Jeez, everything's. Noble, good to see you, man. Good to talk to you today, man. Very good guy. He is one of the bright spots of Reddit. Oh,
There are very
man.
few of those.
There is, but man, I'll be honest with you. We were talking about it today. He was telling me, he's like, man, it's gone so far downhill. And I was saying to him, I said, man, since I've gotten on it, I remember it was just like a cesspool. At least it's gotten a little bit better. I remember I would post something in there and people would jump on me quick. They'd be like, I hate that. You suck, Mezco, blah, blah. I'm like, wow.
It's like going into a Call of Duty chat room or Call of Duty.
Yeah, with a bunch of 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh, these guys can't even hold water in a conversation. I'm like, geez. But then there's that bright spot. Noble was there. Ah, how are you guys doing?
Good. Doing good, man. Doing good.
MC, you missed our conversation. We were talking about we'll,
Yeah.
we'll do it after the show.
Yeah.
Oh man.
CC
You guys ready for this?
Always ready. Born ready.
Yes.
Did you hear that? Not the dogs. All right, I need to turn these drops and notifications off. Hopefully Darius won't call me. Let's see how that goes.
Incoming.
Oh, yes. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. All right, here we go. Let's get this started. All right. Is it good? Oscar's barking. All right, let's make it official. All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. My name is Paige. Welcome to episode 274 of the Hangout, where we give you positive insight into the world of collecting in a very chill and relaxed atmosphere. I say we because I'm joined by two men. Give me something, give me something, give me something. Who are in constant debate on if Lanterns actually a good movie. I mean, a good show. A good show.
Oh man.
Did you watch the SEC?
No.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you, you will like it.
Yes.
Like it's different. I think James Gunn's been fired and we don't know it yet.
Yeah.
I feel like DC and I have been like in an abusive relationship, so I'm just gun shy now. DC is telling me that they're sorry and that they've changed, and like you just can't let the past go. And so it's going to take time. We need time and maybe couples therapy, and maybe me and DC can get back together.
You should have it mediated by Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan.
Yeah. I pulled up a clip of that guy. I didn't know he was a British actor or whatever.
I know, right?
What's this guy trying to talk like interest? And I was like, he fooled, man. He's good. He fooled us all. I didn't know that. Lantern is to be determined. I don't think we'll see the actual Green Lantern until the final episode. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second because we need to make sure that we put like spoilers up because some people may not have watched it. Maybe I should skip over those slides because there was something that came up. Since CC didn't see it, I didn't know if you had. CC, did you like True Detective?
Yes, great and out. Great. That's what I was thinking in the back of my head. It's got True Detective vibes.
Did you like that show, CC?
I did.
Okay. Men in Black?
Which one?
One.
Which one you say?
One.
Yeah, one. Elements of one.
One was good.
Okay. That, and then
a little bit of Bad Boys.
I was waiting for
but not campy. Not campy.
Not campy, just like the sarcasm back and forth. Like there's a hint of Will Smith in it towards Martin.
Yeah, I'm trying to it's not like Tango and Cash. It's not like
Crockett and Tubbs.
Do you think maybe Last Man Standing?
Maybe a
or
little
Last
bit.
Boy Scout?
Yeah,
Boy Scout?
Yeah. I knew you were trying to say.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, I'm trying to the dynamic. I don't know if it's not Lethal Weapon because Mel Gibson's like way over the top. Both of these guys are pretty. Man, I'm trying to think of those like
maybe like how he's like a little bit of a dick, a little bit of Training Day.
Yes, yeah, I think that's perfect. Yes, because Denzel,
he's like jaded. He's fucking an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Like. Cece, I really think you're gonna dig it. Honestly, I wouldn't tell you to go watch Supergirl.
Yeah,
but
I watched Rebel Ridge. That was really good. I like Rebel Ridge. Did you see that, CC? Rebel Ridge?
I think I did. What was that about?
He's like I don't know, Marine Army, but he's Special Forces guy. He gets trapped at this not trapped, but he gets interjected into this small town. He's kind
of like fighting with the cops or something, right?
Yeah, his brother. He's trying to get his brother. Going to the pen.
Yeah.
Okay, so take that character.
Yeah.
And put it in Lanterns.
Dude, I think they cast perfectly for these guys. Just the first episode. I mean, like, obviously, so much to be seen and fleshed out, but it was a good pilot.
He says Training Day for comics. It really is. I wouldn't say that. Aaron Pierce is like Ethan Hawke. He's not like doughy-eyed.
Right.
He's kind of like jaded, like I'm ready to take over and do this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I mean, well, it's only the pilot episode, but
yeah, but
they've only released one episode so far?
Yep.
Pilot, yeah. Properly named, right?
Yeah.
It's I'll tell you this. MC, you can maybe back me up on this. Like when you watch it, I don't think that you'll say James Gunn had anything to do with this.
It does not seem like James Gunn at all.
Mm-mm.
It seems more Snyderverse than it does James Gunn, honestly. And I'm not trying to say they're trying to match it up with it. It's dark, CC. It's not. Yeah. It's the way DC should be.
Yeah.
But
it didn't feel depressing or anything. I don't think Hal got justice, but Aaron Pierce is Jon Stewart. I can see it when I watched. Yeah, it's hard to like talk about without giving stuff away, but it's yeah. The dialogue's really good too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you get a chance to watch it, man, watch it, man. It's definitely. I think. It'll be a night out with the boys at the bar. You're like, maybe there is hope.
Yeah.
It's a good use of 1 hour of your week.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Very much so. Well, we jumped ahead a little bit, but that's good. We can knock that one out then. So for tonight, good show. Top cons. We got some toy news. What we got? Like Neca, Marvel Legends. Talk a little bit of D23, I guess. Of course, Mezco news and updates, and then the main topic for tonight is I don't remember, and I wrote it down. It's not everybody wants to be the king. Oh, it's what did I say? Should collecting change? Something like that. Something like that, right? Wasn't it? Oh, does collecting need to change?
Dun dun dun.
I know, right?
Yeah. Too ominous music.
Mm-hmm. I think it'll be good though. All right. But first, a little bit show foreplay. Boom, boom. Remember the days. Remember we've been talking about San Diego and how much everything costs?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tell you what, look at these prices. I thought this was interesting. Back in 2002. $10?
Wow.
$25 to go to San Diego Comic-Con?
Wow.
60 at the door?
At the door. Can you even get at the door tickets now?
No. You'd have to fight through the nerd line before you even had a chance to ask one of the people outside to say, go that way. Yeah. Back in the day. Seemed pretty affordable. Old Yeller. He was talking about Noble Flame earlier, right? I've had a couple people message me about this, and then Noble was on Reddit, and we had a little discussion about it too. But have you guys had any issues with your Mezco figures where you got like yellow staining on it?
No, I haven't had any problems with any yellowing.
No?
Not that I'm aware of.
MC?
No.
So I've had like two.
Oh.
One was the Casino Gomez, and the other one was Samurai Jack because I kept just touching it, you know, unprotected, of course.
Sweat stains.
Hey, this guy. Yes. Somebody's asking about it, and they were saying, there's Noble right there. But yeah, been doing some research on it, and I figured out that, you know, we always talk about like other stuff like humidity and everything else like that. That's part of this too, but turns out like if you touch these white areas with your fingers, your grubby, dirty fingers, that your oils get trapped in the fiber. And then depending on how you store it, that fiber in that stain just starts breeding, especially if it doesn't have like, if it's stored in like a wooden box or plastic casing and stuff like that, it just starts staining because it's like sealed in there. But the good thing is that you can get it out. Did I show you guys when I had Samurai Jack? It was all over. It was just dirty because I kept messing with it, but it had oil and all sorts of stuff on it. I just took that and I put like a little dab of OxyClean, like a little bleach. Don't do that. Don't do that. And for everybody that thinks I'm calling, you know, I'm just talking bullshit. Here you go. But don't do that. Just use like some. Thor is coming. That's our special guest for tonight, Thor. But you can take a little bit like that oxy stuff and you can put on there, and then you take like warm water and you can like just gently kind of like take a toothbrush and kind of rub it out. I think I did it like 2 or 3 times, and then I'll be honest with you, you know that white thing that Jack had? It was cleaner than what it was when I got it. No breakdown, no like seam ripping or anything like that. So just in case you guys run into that. But I had a couple people actually like reach out to me about it. But yeah, look at that. See? We'll skip that. But just so you know, you can pause it and look at it if you want. But look at that. Yeah, bacteria built up. Blah, 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 blah. There you go. Longevity, yellow oil stains, white linen. There you go. because we like to educate on the show too. From yellow to green. His shirt was white. Yeah, that's what Nova was telling me. His was the mask. 2010 was the last time I took months. I took months of con to sell out badges. Yeah, I know. My Biggie Small suit is yellowing. You could try this. It might work. Easy fix with white acrylic paint. Did it go on pretty smoothly? So far, not looking knock on wood. Yeah, I would definitely check. Casino Gomez shirt's yellow. Yep. No playing deep online. And then I had an art book for the Switch game once. This paper was typed as capture the tone of the watermark art, and you had to wear gloves. Yeah. Well, all of this is also going to go with what we're talking about tonight with the Kingpin because he has a lot of white articles of clothing. Yeah. All of them. Storm Shadow, all of those. All right. We'll start this right here because we'll come back. But from yellow to green, we already talked about Green Lanterns. CC's going to watch it so we can talk about it in the next episode, right? We'll skip through that. Don't want to show that. But evidently, a bunch of nerds are very mad about this show.
Of course.
Right? You gotta be mad about something. And these nerds are mad because they say it disrespects the characters. Why can't you have the same storyline forever? Not change anything at all. It's just got to be the same story told over and over and over. No variation. Anyway, D23. Did you guys see Doomsday trailer?
Yes.
CC?
No trailers.
Oh, come on, man.
No trailers.
Right, thoughts on the trailer?
It's my new mantra. I didn't watch any trailers for Batman. I still haven't seen Batman. I mean, not Batman. Spider-Man. I still got to see Brand New Day. But
yeah,
a lot of these trailers, they give away too much for me. So I kind of like to go in. You will.
I liked it.
Would you recommend CC go see it at the theater?
Yes.
I've been trying to go, but literally every time I check the showtimes here locally, it's sold out. So it's got to be good.
Really?
Rent that whole theater again, CC. Yeah. Rent that whole theater.
I know, right? For $4 a seat, I might as well.
Really?
Private screening.
God.
That's probably why it's sold out all the time, because everybody's doing the same thing. Just buy the row.
Look at that. They're already selling tickets to Doomsday right now. That's crazy.
I heard that.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the buckets.
But I don't know what I'm doing in 6 months from now or 4 months from now.
It comes out on my birthday. I got to go see it opening day.
Better buy your ticket now. Buy a whole row.
Yeah, buy your ticket now because who knows? It could be $50 in 6 months. Oof. What did he say about? Oh yeah, about my ticket. Yeah. All right. Well, MC, you want to share? What do you think? Doomsday.
Spoiler free.
Yeah. Are you excited to go see it?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know how we can talk about it without being spoiler free. Like, anything stick out to you? Spoiler free.
We're going to talk about D23.
Yeah. There was a little more. They had Vision Quest.
Yeah.
I watched some of this trailer. I didn't watch the whole trailer, but I'm glad James Spader's back. That's cool.
I think with Doomsday, we're going to get a lot more surprise characters. I mean, that's obvious. I don't want to, but especially after D23, like in San Diego Comic-Con with Ryan Reynolds and stuff, there's going to be a lot more fun characters in it.
Did you guys see the AI talk with Doomsday since the Russo brothers are supports generative? Stop, please. Can you please take that? Generative AI, and they want to use it in their movies. Yeah, I think everybody's gonna start using it in their movies. I didn't know they were advocates for it. You know,
it's right.
I have a ban on that stuff, man. I don't. As soon as I even see it, I stop watching it. It's got a point. I won't even watch somebody like if they used it on their thumbnails or stuff like that, I don't watch it.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't know. It's almost like a gateway drug. It's like, oh, I'll just use it for this. I'll just use it for that. I'll just train it to take my job here. My creativity here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it.
No,
But we have Vision Quest, and then evidently there's what? There will only ever be one Black Panther. Well, black movie in Disney, because I heard they were chopping all the black characters out. Like, would they cancel Wonder Man? Did they have another? They said they announced the new guy for Black Panther. Everybody's mad about that. It's the kid from. Have you seen The Long Walk?
You can't ask me to do 7 things at once.
Unfortunately, I did.
Unfortunately, you didn't like it? I thought it was cool. Huh?
Did you? I hated that show.
The one where they're all walking, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I like survival movies like that. I was trying to pick which one. I mean, obviously, I thought he was going to last, but I was trying to like do the thing like, oh, he's next, he's next, he's next.
Yeah.
You always know that the guy that's the jerk is going to last the longest.
You know,
it's symbolism. It's
like
simple.
the movie kind of rubbed me wrong right off the bat. When these guys are making friends, when you're about to start a game where you know everyone has to die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like right off the bat, I'm like, I don't understand why these guys are so social with each other.
Yeah. You know what's a good show to kind of watch like that? Traders.
Yeah.
Oh, Traders is funny. Alan Cummings. Don't watch the British one. Watch the one with Alan Cummings. I think it's on Peacock. There's like 2 seasons. But it's so funny. Like you'll see people just turning on each other and using these like, you know, game theory tactics to, you know, just screw each other over. And then some of them are really good at it. But it's like you said, you're just like, God.
Yeah.
But they're all trying to make friends, you know?
Yeah.
But it's yeah. God, that sounds bad. That's Thor. Yeah, more stuff from D23. They had that, and that D23. They also showed this. This was kind of out of left field. I didn't see this coming. You guys remember this cartoon?
It's replacing the turtles.
I know, right? It's on shelf. How are people mad about David Johnson? I think he's a great pick. He was great in The Long Walk. Alien Romulus, I thought he was really good at. You know how it is, man. Everybody's got to be mad about something. You can't just have like, okay, that's cool, whatever. You know, you have to be mad about something every single time. Doesn't matter what it is. You know. What was the thing I saw? Oh, somebody made a joke about it. They showed the new characters for X-Men, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how everybody's always saying the MCU, whatever it is?
Yeah.
And somebody put the pictures of the actresses that are playing all the female characters, and they go, oh, here they go, MCU. And again, I go, are you really serious about this? I go, it's the female characters.
Dumb fuck.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you're a moron. What are you're looking for shit that's not even...
Yeah.
It's not even logical to hate, dumbass. Anyway, it's the ones who work for Rotten Tomatoes. I never agree with them. Yeah, I keep saying reviewing is dead. But yeah, these little Muppet babies. Oh God, was it Saturday? On Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brings back memories.
Oh God, do you guys remember the theme song?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can sing that shit from heart. Who's your favorite Muppet baby?
Probably Gonzo for me.
Yeah. They all had their like thing, you know?
Yeah.
Their little likable qualities. It's so funny. Fozzie was doing jokes for decades and never got it. It never evolved in jokes.
Where's little Bunsen Beaker? Like, where's little Bunsen and Beaker?
I remember when they would come in, your cousins are here to visit you. They'd show in like guest episodes.
Yeah, didn't he have like an oversized lab coat?
Yep.
It's just like flopping on his arm.
Dragging on the ground.
Dude, that thing was so cool, man. It was I never
That's
it
way
inspired me to use my imagination. They were just coming up with shit, right? Cardboard boxes and going to the moon and shit. Who did I grab this from? I want to make sure I get
Peter definitely drives a Subaru now.
Yeah, probably.
The sister. There's a Scooter. Which one?
Scooter and Skeeter, yeah.
Yeah, Skeeter's a girl.
Shout out to Mark Newman. He made this post, but these are nice little crisp shots of them. They look good. They do, man. They look really good. What do you guys think? You picking this up or no?
Be interesting to see how they sell those. What do you think they'll do? Like 4-packs or something? Or can't imagine they'll sell those individually.
It'd be a nightmare to track them all down, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Like, how hard is it to do the Sesame Street stuff right now? I know that there's some characters that are kind of like, I heard Big Bird's kind of hard to get. But are the other ones? I'll be honest with you, I've never seen a Sesame Street figure in any of the places I've gone.
That's what I was just going to say. Is if you can find it. Like, nobody's stocking this stuff anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to order like BBTS or NECA. Wow.
Yeah.
Or from your local comic book shop.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that. Adam's in here; he'll probably be able to tell us. But like, I'm wondering how, with the way that like distribution, like just with Target and Walmart, how it's so spotty now. I'm wondering if you're a toy dealer or a wholesaler, I'm wondering if your business is picking up now because you can't really rely on others. Like how we're talking about, like Target canceled all those Star Screams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And some of the Joe stuff in the past. Like I would think that if you are selling, you're doing pretty well, right? Because you're getting them. At least you can rely on them. Probably 2-packs. NECA is rapidly expanding, but I'm just here waiting for McDonald's. But yeah, that would be cool. Hamburger Grimace and stuff. 2-packs make sense with this, because you could bundle one of these guys that's probably not going to sell on their own. Like you have Scooter and Skeeter, they probably go together.
Yeah.
Who would you put Gonzo with? Animal?
Probably.
Ralph.
Oh yeah, there you go. Because Ralph would be probably a lower selling.
You don't think Ralph would sell?
Put Fozzie with Animal.
Yeah, that would be, man. People would buy that 2-pack quick.
Piggy's got to go with Kermit.
Yeah, maybe what you do is you put, like you just said, maybe you put Skeeter with Fozzie or something. You know what I mean?
Does it come with a nanny's shoe, like a
with them socks?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Ma'am.
If they were just legs, just legs.
Somebody's already working on the shot now. Somebody's molding. They're using a lamp from A Christmas Story.
You know who's doing it right now? Is Gbalda.
Yeah.
Man, did you see that? What he did with the Scrarcrow thing? You did? Did you see that?
I don't know.
Remind me to come. We can do it like at the end of the show or in the Mezco section. What's up, Steve Brown? He, you know how Batman the Animated Series used to do those title cards?
Mm-hmm.
He took like I'm making it up, but he took like, I don't know, putty or molding or something like that. He did his behind the scenes, and you know that one where Batman's falling into the Scarecrow's mouth?
Mm-hmm.
He did that.
Oh wow!
Sculpted it all out, textured it, showed his process, and then took one of the Mezcos like Batman the Animated Series, made it look like it was falling. Zhuzhed it up with the whole smoke thing, and it looked just like, oh god, should we look it up right now? Is it too soon?
No.
Yeah, but he, what is it called again? Instagram?
Hmm.
Yeah, it was. I was very impressed. I don't know why he doesn't get like more likes and views and has like a higher follower count. Like he's one of those guys that like I feel like is a true artist. There it is. All right. Let me. Okay, it's muted. Hold on. Let me take this down. Remove. Add. This is worth your time. This is just. So yeah, can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this is it, right? I mean, obviously that's going to be, and you can kind of see some of the texturing, but obviously that you put that there, but
That's really
look
cool.
at it. There you go. Look at it.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is crazy, man. Look at that.
Hey, we all have one of those.
Yeah, it's still in the box.
The wood box. Yeah.
This is like
probably evaporated.
I don't get this. I'm not like calling him out, but look at, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's not like at 10K. I mean, and this isn't like just one thing that he's done. You know, his work is like spectacular. He's always showing behind the scenes, you know, and it's not, he builds stuff specifically for a shot. So it's not like, oh, I'm going to grab a bunch of pieces that I had. I mean, I'm sure he does that, but he builds stuff.
Yeah.
Look at this. I'm really bad about no, about like resharing stuff. I'm trying to get a lot better with it, but like resharing stuff or like doing that kind of stuff, I need to start doing that more with like things like this. He's just, I don't get it. He's just super creative, super talented. All that stuff that he makes, and it just doesn't seem like, I'm sure he does, you know, but you know what I mean? You would think that he would have like 10 or 20,000 people, even from the artistic side of things, you know?
Yeah.
So if you're watching this, you don't follow this guy. I mean, seriously and sincerely, he is well worth following, well worth having in your feed. Let me go back. We got off topic. Thanks, Paige.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was at the meetup. He was. But yeah, Muppet Babies. Gbalda's probably going to make some legs. So, see how I brought it back? Moving on. Where's the title card for this? There it is. The BPCs. You guys saw this?
No.
So Big Bad is launching their NPCs. That's non-playable characters, if you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Got a couple of them. Any of these? Did you guys see any of these that you liked or anything?
It's my first time seeing it.
Oh, nice. Well, this is what you got. I don't know specifics. I'm just judging by the photo, but it looks like this is going to go up maybe like some kind of like Kickstarter kind of deal. Oh, here we go. Paige was smart enough to put it in there. 112 Live NPC background characters. Nice job naming companies. Let's see here. The launch prices are going to be, Wave 1 has already reached 151% funding. So I guess you're going to get all of this stuff because it's crowdfunded.
Mm.
Launch prices, $36.99. Main figures, for the main figures, $29.99 for the basic figures. So like the ladies. Just kidding.
Cheerleader save the world.
Yeah, you have variety with those cheerleaders too. We got the mob boss here. He comes with cats.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Darius picked up a couple of these.
That's funny.
Your next one is your news anchor guy.
Ron Burgundy.
He does look like Ron Burgundy. And you know what? They didn't miss that one either, because look,
Yep.
they gave him like all this stuff around.
Brass knuckles and the baseball bat and the katana.
Yeah.
Where's the glass of scotch? Well, he does have a flask.
Uh-huh. You can't be blatant about it. News anchor prime time. You got SWAT commander. Different face plates. I'm pretty sure that's unlocked because it was 150%, right?
Yeah.
What else you got? You got Brick here.
Yep.
Just killed the guy with a trident. There's your whiskey. There it is.
Yep.
The accessories alone on these are cool. You know, like you, oh yeah. I never knew I needed a blue donut. He has the sunglasses too. Whiskey. What is that? Oh, his notes or something?
Yep. His
yeah. And then what's that? Wait a minute. What's that in his hand?
Where's
Oh,
Brian
it's
Fantana at?
Yeah. With a little that would have been funny. He had like a little panther head or something.
Yeah.
I got your SWAT operator, basic figure. I'm pretty sure that's what they're talking. Yeah, it says basic right there, Paige. I do have to apologize to the ladies because they are not basic. Maybe it's the later. Yeah, there's some basic B's in this. So you got her.
Hayden Panettiere.
Oh, too soon, sir. Too soon.
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
Too soon, sir.
Figure.
This would go well if you did Collegiate Legends and you,
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, G. Yes, he was at the meetup. Yeah. Yeah. G's my inspiration every time I take a shot. Yeah, man. Like, I don't. It's Instagram doesn't highlight artists a lot. Yeah. It's mainly content rage baits and yeah, but some of that is driven by us. You should really be supporting guys like him if that's what you're into. I mean, if you're into the negative stuff, I get it. But the Jim Bro Skeletor, those are some Jim Bro Skeletor pics. You guys ordering these? Are you guys ordering these?
Probably not, unless there's one that really I need to have.
I grouped all the cheerleaders together, and then there was this SWAT accessory kit. I know CC doesn't like cops, so I know that's out. That's a no-go for him. I think I'm good with the Hasbro cops. I don't know if this stuff is compatible with. What do the pegs look like? Maybe. That would be dastardly if they did that, didn't it? They grabbed a Marvel Hasbro, and they specifically made you. It looks like it has like doubles, so like if you needed to nip it, maybe it would fit. But anyway, like I'm wondering if any of this stuff is compatible with Hasbro's. It does look cool, but no, I maybe some cheerleaders, maybe. Probably not. But yeah, that's probably it for me. MC, what about you?
No, I don't think so.
Come on, not even cheerleaders? You need the cheerleaders. Let me sell you on the cheerleaders.
Has Sawyer seen these yet?
Has he? Sawyer, get in here, young man.
They're being paged.
Do they have a Latina cheerleader?
Oh, he's doing homework. He can't. Sorry. Finish your homework. Do your math.
I definitely want the late night report.
You said finish your homework.
A lot of people think that the anchor is Hector Rivera from the G. Oh, that did not connect. Yeah. Wow, so they're really leaning into this. The protos that they showed are more interesting to me. Seabrock said, not into these. I want them to do doctors, nurses, and lady cops. And we don't really have any doctors, do we?
No.
Lady cops, we need Officer Montoya. Selling you on the cheerleader. By the way, this segment is not sponsored by Big Bang. Cheerleaders. Horror figures.
What'd you call them?
Horror figures. horror figures, cheerleaders. You need some cheerleaders to like kill.
For your scream shots, yeah.
Exactly. Does that basic, not the basic girl, does she have, oh, come on. I can't have her smiling while I'm slaying her.
Let's hide that tool shed. Yeah, they do need a screaming face.
Yeah, maybe if it was one like they're like screaming a cheer, like, yeah, like that.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. Crunchers, yeah. I can't have her getting killed by Freddy and well, anyway. So there, you got your elite was it collegiate legends, and then you got horror shots. That's all I got. I might pick up one or two.
The Paige, you change your collegiate legends, don't you?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I might pick up one or two. The only thing is they have these logos on there, you know. I mean, I could shoot them from the back, I guess.
Ah, brump them.
Yeah.
Back shots.
Yeah. They gave her a phone. That's cool. That's so bad. It's like, yeah, we know cheerleaders are always on their phones. Yeah. Or this face, if you're creative, you could take that face and have a chick that got hit with some Smilex for Joker.
Love that Joker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, they got this going on. It's funded, so here comes the two. What do you guys think about this?
That looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw this. I was like, geez. I can't find it anywhere, though. It's not on Amazon. Is it gold? That means it's only sold at McFarlane?
I think it's McFarlane's store.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, McFarlane Toy Store exclusive.
How much is it? Is it still available?
I'll look right now.
Thank you, sir. This looks really good.
Well, he's really going out swinging, isn't he? Like he's trying to use every little last bit of this license.
Do you think it's more of like all right, yeah, you want to lose out on this? Look at all the stuff I'm doing.
Yeah.
Imagine if I had more time. Oh, God. I mean, can you imagine? He would deep dive so hard if he had like a couple more years.
Yeah.
Oh, it's sold out. Doomsday's sold out already.
Dude, get used to that. Everything's going to be sold out today.
So he was $60, and estimated ship date is August.
This year?
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, maybe it'll be available
In stores, yeah.
This looks really good.
I'm going to get the... See, it says Death of Superman. I don't think that's accurate.
Same.
I think that... I'm going to say it, Paige. You can censor this part out.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to go with the Mayfex. Doomsday.
Does it look better than this?
So far. I'll see if I can find it real quick.
When I see this, I don't like, for me, like this character, I don't really need him to do a lot of stuff. You know? How much is the Mafex one?
I assume it's probably like 120.
Oof.
It's not even done yet.
I bet it's gonna be more.
The
Bane that they did was amazing. The Mayfex Doomsday was, or I'm sorry, the Mayfex Bane was amazing. So
wait a minute. We might have to change our tone on this because it says prototype shown, final subject to change. So we can't like really say this looks good because this is a prototype.
Or bad.
I'd be a hypocrite if I said, oh yeah, you know what? The Mafex one won't be that big though.
No, that'll be bigger, of course, but the Bane is pretty big.
But that's cool because you want your Bane to be big, right?
Yeah.
This looks good, man. I mean, man, every time I look at his stuff, I'm not into the figures that much, but the vehicles I've always been attached to. But he catches a lot of flack. Sorry, Todd. He catches a lot of flack, but damn, he does, like, you know. This looks good, man.
Oh wow, here's a
I like stickers. I like stickers too. Scratch and sniff.
They made them really.
I can't
really...
pull it up, man. I'm sorry. Like I can't.
No, you're good. It's just for our chat later.
Okay. Yeah, this looks cool. CC, this is this going to bring you in?
Looks really good. It looks really, really good.
Would you consider this?
I mean, he's sold out, so.
This is my choice has been made.
Yeah. That was the easiest decision I've ever had to make.
Side note, Todd McFarlane will be at New York Comic Con. Here's Hasbro. My ninjas. All right, so this is your first official look. There was some leak, but this is official. But the Ninja Force 2-pack that's going to be go up on pre-order Friday, September 18th. Wow, that's a lot of time to get prepared to have your order
canceled. Guys coming next. Battle Force 2000.
Yeah, this yeah. Did I put an extra one in here? No, I didn't. That's Beast. But yeah, here's your Ninja Force 2-pack. There was a couple of other images floating around. I forgot who had them, but they had them out of package, actual in hand. There's some blurry ones, like potato shots, and then somebody had some decent shots of this. This is out of my wheelhouse. I don't remember this. Do you?
I do not. I do not.
I'll fix the scale closer to the original art, not oversized hulking representations that they do today. Sorry, my chat is cursed. You are cursed. MC, are you setting yourself up for a cancellation notice with this?
MC's all in.
I pre-canceled.
You pre-canceled? Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't order it.
Yeah. Well, this went up today for pre-order. Question for you. How can you sell out of a pre-order? Let it marinate.
Yeah, it definitely. Yeah. When's the release date for this one?
I have no idea. Like
August.
I was busy getting Mezco stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went back. This was available, and what was I doing? Oh, I was updating stuff, and I came back, and it was sold out.
Wow.
Just so everybody knows, that's not like a fake foot pedal thing I'm doing. It's real.
That's bad.
Yeah. The beast of burden is what I call this segment. But yeah, this looks cool. I honestly was gonna get this and I got sidetracked and I missed out. I didn't make a post about it. And I didn't make any content about it except for what we're talking about right now. But yeah, this looks good. But yeah, I went to Big Bad Toy Store. You know how you start exhausting your options? It's Pulse, it's gone. I'm like, okay, I'll go to Amazon. It was gone. Entertainment Earth, it was gone. I'm like, it's only been, what is it? 31 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, an hour and 31 minutes. I was like, I thought this was a pre-order. I'm not complaining. I just, that was in my head. That's what I was thinking. And so I go to Big Bad and it said, sold out. But I did see that they did have the collector grade available.
Did you get it?
No. $114? No, because of Big Bad Toy Store's prices. I understand they graded it. They're, for whatever reason they have to price it at that. I just was thinking, you know what? I'll wait, and they'll probably do another run of this, maybe, Because if you go to Big Bad, you can get on there, and they pretty much have most of them anyway, right? At least when I looked. Because I don't think I have anything from the 97 series except for Apocalypse.
Yeah, some of these 97 guys are already hard to find.
Like which ones?
A lot of that Wave 1 stuff. Was it
Rogue or Storm or something like that? Some of those big characters.
Cyclops is hard to find in that first one. There's a few in that first wave. Backtracking not going to be the easiest.
Yeah. The ones I saw that they had available on Big Bad was like Cable Bishop, Morph. I think the Wolverine with the coat. There were a couple, like ones I was interested in, but I did want this guy. I'm sure he'll show up later. It's not like a big deal. And if you know what, and directly in the camera say, if I miss out, I just miss out. It's okay. I won't lose any sleep about it.
Your Apocalypse sure is going to be lonely, though. You guys should hunt these down on the secondary market.
I'm wondering how much is he going for in the secondary market already? I saw some guy. He's like, I ordered 4, thank God, before it sold out.
He's just trolling, trying to piss people off.
I know, man. I just looked at it and goes, oh God. Thank you, Adam. But yeah, what do you guys think about this?
I think it'd look good in your guys' collection.
I just like the. I know. I'm sorry.
Newer Marvel Legends look real good too. They've come a long ways.
Yeah. I know like a lot of people said something about like the fur part, like it should have looked like it had sculpted fur. I was like, it's animated. Shouldn't it look like this? Isn't that this what they're going for?
Cell shaded.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I start losing like my attention span just like goes to 0 as soon as I start seeing stuff like that. Like everybody's like, you know what? His toe hinge should have been 15 more degrees up, and it would have really sold this image. I'm like, oh God, please stop. Like, tell me stuff that you like about this. I like how streamlined it looks.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of cuts. I mean, there is, but you know what I mean? Like, you can't really hide a lot of that stuff. But this looks like a cartoon. It looks pretty cool. I'm really excited to see some of these guys that are dynamic posers, how far they're going to be able to push this guy. Like Darius. Darius does really well with like, characters like this. There's a couple other guys too. Who is it? I think it's like Molecule Man. There's a guy I was like looking at. But yeah, this looks cool. I think at San Diego they had all of them all out on display, and it was pretty impressive to see all the characters together. But yeah, it's sold out. Let's talk Mezco. How about that? Oh yeah, chat. I'm not supposed to. There you go. I had a decent experience with the BB. Oh yeah, did you? What do you guys think about that? The Big Bad Toy Store waitlist.
I got lucky with it.
What figure did you get?
It was a Legion. It was the Kai Pacha, the jaguar looking guy.
Oh. And how did I'm not familiar with it. How do they do it? Like, is it just like Mezco? You just sign for waitlist and then
you just sign up on the waitlist and then you get an email like you have been processed to pre-order or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they charge you and they either throw it in your pile of loot or they ship it out.
They charge you right then and there?
When it comes in stock.
Mm. Oh wow. Oh yeah. That I love this, man. I missed out on this at San Diego. It's the Blaster, the Gem Edition crossover one. Remember we were talking about that? But I love this like G1 packaging because on the back, you guys remember this? Where in frame page. You remember that when they used to have those cards? You put that little red film on it. What it would decode their attributes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing. I just haven't had a chance to open it, but I remember I went there the last day because that was the only day I could get there. And I talked to the guy and I said, hey, I want to get like a Fluffy and a Gem Blaster. And he's like, sorry, man, we're all sold out. I was like, damn it, man.
Sorry, sir, the park's closed.
Yeah. I always get a little bit weird about how the cheapest, most reliable toys designed for children have so many obstacles blocking. Yeah. Expecting real fur on a Marvel Legends is like expecting McDonald's to put a truffle in your Big
Mac. That's funny.
I was collecting these, but I stopped. Why did you stop, Brock? Was it like the price or was it availability? What could Mezco do with a beast figure, flocked or not? I don't know. Would you
It'd be
want
like
a beast figure flocked?
who was the Mythic Legion that was flocked? CC, the green guy. Remember who I'm talking about, CC?
I know they have Mosquatch that was flocked.
Yeah, Mosquatch and Black Mold, but they had
the name of the Mystic feature. Yeah, there was one. Everybody was scraping the flocking off of him.
Yep, to turn him into like a goblin or an ogre.
Mm.
God dang it!
They didn't like the flocking?
Everybody wanted a bigger. Was it a goblin or I can't remember now? Flocked. Legion. Someone's gonna come in hot.
Yeah.
do some
Well, I tell you what, this is
like the Yeti.
yeah.
Oh.
He had, I mean, fur-ish, you know? They'd have to put him in that suit like they did the Yeti and Krampus.
This guy, Bryophytus or whatever they call him,
Oh yeah, that's it.
What is it? Beast needs more options, or at least a much larger and significantly more expensive Mondo. Yeah, Mondo is Jesus. Every time I just see them putting out stuff. Did you see that skeleton? No, it was Shredder, wasn't it?
Yeah, Shredder.
Yeah, he is shredded. It's a man's man. I'm just adjusting my collection. Didn't need them. Makes sense. He's a Mossman homage. Forgot the name. My flocked origins Mossman held up good, but he was $40 for normally $16 free. Well, this is a perfect segue to what I wanted to talk about with flocking. I do want to like try to like shine more light on like community stuff and members and everything, because I think that that's kind of missing. And one thing that caught my eyes, I don't know if you guys saw this, was Son-Ova-Flower. Did you see what he did?
No, sir.
So he took his extra Letterman head, and I guess I should go to this first. He took this embossing powder and, blue-faced him, that's the last result. But then I think he wrote it out, or he told me how he did it. So again, I'm tired, so I can't remember all of it. But took the embossing powder, put it on there. I don't know if he glued it or not, but then he got him. I believe this is the first time he's done this.
You lined him up well.
Yeah. I'm still wondering if Mezco's gonna adjust the one that they had, because that line that on the Mezco one is like near the eye, like right here.
He got a two-head.
Yeah, it was pretty. It's there. I don't know if it was the head sculpt, but it was so down it almost looked like it was right above his eyebrows. But this looks really good,
Him and Tyra Banks would make a child with a normal forehead.
You think she has a big forehead?
It's a 5-head.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought this was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, that's great.
And I love how he showed how he did it, so anybody who, who wants to try to do it, they can. This is makes me want to try to find an extra head now. But yeah, shout out to him, man. Great creativity. This was the end result, by the way. Well, I did show that, but there you go. That's what it looks like on there.
Embossing powder, huh? Interesting.
Yeah. Again, Son-Ova-Flower. Yep. This is what he used. You can go to his post, Instagram, at Son-Ova-Flower, and then also he's in the groups. He posted this. So thank you for him for sharing that with everybody. But this is what he used. He's a good guy too. I'm sure if you hit him up and had questions, he'd be able to answer it for you. But I thought this looked really good. That line's clean. You can take a little clippers and like, zzz, 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 zzz. My hairline's horrible right now.
Like I'm coming to America, cuts it back.
Yeah. I messaged around trying to find Fox Miles. And it's a shocking experience. Give him a Caesar. I can imagine people doing this and then just like doing designs, like putting like lines in the hair and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or like taking a piece of foam or some sculpting mold and just doing it. Give him like a Gumby or something like that. That'd be badass.
Yeah.
Or Nino Brown.
Flocking's not hard. I mean, I flocked that Mosquatch that one time. Made the white one, the Yeti.
Yeah.
It just
That's
takes.
what you're saying. No, you're like flocking's not hard. I flocked that.
No, I mean it just takes time. You got to be slow and take your time. But Son crushed it.
Oh, he is there. Oh, cool. I'm glad. It took 3 layers of flocking powder. Hey man, thank you again, man, for sharing that, bro.
He flocked it 3 times to finish it.
CC, are you able to flock that 3 times?
I don't know if I got 3 in me.
Gave it 3 good goes.
That reminds me of that scene where you remember Harlem Nights?
Yeah.
With Richard Pryor and he has his girl, and she's like, "I would tear you up for hours and hours." And how about we go hard for like a good solid 15 minutes and then fall in a coma like sleep? Man, that movie's so good, man. Wow. My wife walked in on me flocking this figure. Yeah. This
Awkward
joke is
conversation.
not gonna get old. Yeah.
It's not what you think. It's not what you think.
Are you flocking in here? All right. So yeah. Shout out to him. Charging and shipping. Oh God. I don't know if we can say that this is winter is coming or early winter, but so they did charge for Superman. I think almost a week and a half ago, maybe. I think I'd have to look, but they did that. Baron Ben's Leviathan armor, that was a buy it now, and they also set charging notifications for August 25th for Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface 2023. I mean 2003, Jessica Biel. And then they also are charging for Gambit. Also, to throw something else on there, sorry to interrupt you, but also throw one more little log on the fire. I know that you guys aren't into this, but they also sent out a charging email for the 5 Points Terrifier as well.
They want all the monies.
All of it, bro. So all of that's within this little span. And I know we keep showing this all the time, but I need to update it. I hate Instagram sometimes because you can't, if you put a picture up, you can't take it down and put up another picture and keep the same whatever it is,
Yeah.
So when I can't like update it without updating it, does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so the dates on these are going to be a little bad, but some of this stuff they haven't changed at all, and so and they're installing. But some of these dates they haven't changed. That's a good thing, but then that's also a bad thing because you can see all of this is starting to roll downhill right now. Is it showing up?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So this Dark Knight, that's actually moved down to October, December, I believe. this Joker hasn't changed. Superman. So you got, look, June and August. This is past the dates, but if they're following anything like Gambit, Shredder hasn't changed. That's there. Freddy. And then this. This is a big one. You got your movie Turtles if you ordered that. All of these are September. And then they also have New York Comic Con coming up.
Looking expensive.
Very, very expensive. And that's not counting like the stuff in October, December timeframe, because most of that stuff, I think it's stuff that it might get pushed, you know, but there's still quite a few. So yeah, like we said, on track. On track, man. So yeah, charging a lot, and then you still have all of this stuff. Like I said, dates haven't changed, so just to give you a heads up, some of this stuff at the con, I'll be honest with you, they had boxes for already. So, like final product boxes, they came in boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, just to keep that in mind. Do you guys have anything on this list that's coming out? Oh, and we have a Legion's Con exclusive. Yeah, that's not even counting. So yeah, we'll talk about
I've got Shredder, both the Dark Knight figures. That might be it for me. Nightcrawler, I think it's Nightcrawler.
You didn't get Splinter?
No.
Did you prepay for all of these too?
No.
Yeah. Some of these I didn't either.
Did you get Hulk, CC?
I don't think so.
Man, wait till you see that thing, man. It's I honestly think if you missed out on that and you got on the wait list, they'd probably do another run, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I do, because they got Gray. Gray hasn't even gone up yet. And we were all like sitting there talking about it, like when we took him out, Because I really wish they would share it. I saw that figure. I think it's kind of past time now. Should be okay, right? So they had that figure at MegaCon. They didn't even show it. Yeah. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh, but it's so cool to see that figure, how the journey for it. I think it would really be cool for people to see it. It would be kind of hard because you know how people, you show them a promo image and they already start shitting on stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I think for people that have, nobody likes long form storytelling. I think if you had that and you showed people, it would show how much work actually goes into it. Because that first version, I'll be honest with you, I saw it and I go, ooh, and then they started adding stuff. Like, the pinholes were gone. The butterfly joints, that you could see those starting going. They put the toe hinge in there. And I'm like, it started shaping up. And this last time I saw it, I was like, ooh. And then we did the clap pose and I go, that's it. I go, this is going to be good. But, yeah, I've seen that figure come a long way. Long way. Waitlist, CC, get on it, man. You could be that one person.
Promos never change.
Yeah.
The promos?
Yeah, they never change.
Do you mean the mentality about it?
Whatever figure they tease, that's what we always get. They never make any changes.
No, there isn't. They were talking about the Legion contest. Let's see here. Can't wait for Batman, Joker, Hulk. I want him on the fence. I feel I didn't get Hulk. I'll regret it. And, well, I don't know. The way things are going now, people might, I see a lot of sales posts. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but I see a lot of people selling stuff. CC just did his Purge Part 2.
Yeah, it's just round 2. Yeah.
I saw stuff in there. I was like, I didn't think I would see like that shadow. I'm really tempted about that. That capsule box. That's a hard one to find because they didn't make that many of those.
Yeah.
DMCC for secret price.
You get a Hangout discount. Everything except the re-releases. Cool. I don't know about like the. I think, and maybe they'll prove me wrong about this, but I think they'll change the boxes on those. I think you'll see something different. Yeah, but it's kind of early. That's how Mezco rolls. Honestly, I think it's because people don't read. When they think of prototype, they think of an unpainted or gray figures. It's like how UFP, NR, and MoffX example work. They see a fully colored figure and they think it's done. Do you guys feel that way, or do you think? Yeah. What do you guys think about that?
We've kind of talked about that in the past. That we thought it would be cool when Mezco did that to have gray, uncolored prototypes, just to kind of make sure that people understood that, hey, this is a prototype. Because I agree with that premise. I think they look at that and they're like, well, this is finished.
You think that even with, I mean, dude, what is this? I've worked like 4 cons, and it's always been the same format. Do you think even seeing that stuff and putting the signs up, people still think it's the finished product? That's what I don't get. That there's signs on there that says it's not final, it's pending license or approval, but everybody's still like, yeah, that's the final product. Or am I on the other side of it? No? Did I lose you guys?
Nope, still here. Still here. I feel like people still, even though it says pending lace, it's like they don't want to believe that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, well, why do you think it's hard for people to see that and not understand it? I don't. Like, if they had it out there and it didn't have any signs, I would totally get it. But yeah, I know he said they don't read, but it's not like you're reading a page paragraph on something. It says not final. It's 2 words.
Yeah. Maybe they're just looking for a reason not to have to buy it. Like they you know, it's like they're just secretly hoping that it's bad so that, you know, they don't have to buy it.
They don't have FOMO that way, you know?
We need to normalize saying, you know what, I just don't have the money for this. I can't afford it. Now's not the right time. You know, stuff like that. I think that's some PTSD for some people. You know, they can't say, you know what, I see some people doing it now. Like, you know, that's cool. Like seeing Brock said, you know, what was that one that he said? I think you need to normalize that a little bit more. You know how people used to always get shit for, like, oh, what are you, poor? You know that? What was that stuff?
Oh, yeah, the poor.
Yeah, the poor are mad that they can't afford it. Like, so people have PTSD over that. Like, should be okay to say, you know what, dude, I just can't afford it. I think it's better now because there's more people that can't really afford it. You know, I can't find his comment, but he said he just lost his interest in it. You know?
Yeah.
I see 2 minor cons. I remember having exclusives at DesignerCon for the Pink Skulls. Oh yeah. Dr. Strange variant, you're right. Okay. It's cyber. Trust me, man. People don't read. Oh, believe me, I know.
Yeah.
I don't think people like to read. And what I think is ironic about it is that most of the questions that you have are right there. You know? Like I'll put like an information post on it, and I know people will see like, oh God, it's more than 2 paragraphs or something, like, but they're really small like ones, but it answers their questions. Some guy messaged me, he's like, I'm not going to read all that. And I said, that's cool. It pretty much, dude, like some of these guys, so I'll be honest, some guys I don't want to talk to because they don't read and they don't comprehend. It's like, and you'll say, yeah, it's cool, man. The only reason I'm putting all that information there is so it pretty much answers whatever questions you have. He's like, well, why don't you, why don't I just ask the question, you answer it? I go, I know you guys are like focused on engagement and keeping stuff going. I said, but why am I going to sit there and take more time, respond to you with the questions you're asked when I could just knock it all out in 2 paragraphs?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know everybody's content and engagement driven, but
Gotta get them clicks.
yeah, or like he said, people just don't want to read. Well, I don't want to read this. Just kidding. When I look at some pics of some dodgy Photoshop, it's been collecting a few years, and none of them bad. Plus, Mez himself usually works on themselves. I have faith on him. Yeah, I do think that the Photoshop stuff, like, I think they should work on that. Maybe put like a disclaimer down there that nobody will read, but whatever. Stay in my lane so I don't buy figures that I don't have want for. Makes sense. The Photoshop doesn't bother me. It's just a promo pic, and it needs to look good. Yeah, I think it's like a marketing thing, but I get why people like today, like if you're gonna spend money, you're sitting there, oh, I gotta spend $145. I gotta base it off of this. We talked about this before, but
Yeah.
all right. So speaking of basing your decision on an image. Oh, I was flipping through that stuff and we weren't even on there. So today, were you guys surprised that this came out so quickly? This went up for pre-order so quickly?
Yeah. Yeah, it's real fast.
Yeah. You want to know how fast?
2.5 weeks.
This was revealed at San Diego this year. 23 days. And it leapfrogged over a couple of figures people thought were going to come out. They kind of teased it in here, which is funny because as soon as people saw it, they kind of like rage bait over it. But we'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, one quick notes before we get you guys' takes on it. 145. This figure is going well into next year, so it's not going to be like a Q4 kind of thing.
Yeah.
145. I put this up front first because I know CC loves accessories, so I put those slides first. 2-pager, lots of heads, decent set of hands. Thoughts?
Looks good. Looks really good.
Looks big, like he should. Reuse. Bullshit. Repaint. We've seen all of this before. Oh, go back to that Daredevil.
We'll talk about that in a second.
No, this is a must-have.
It'd be interesting to see how well this moves for a figure that size.
Yeah. I think it would be cool if they showed this at New York. I think it would be, theme-wise, it would work really well.
Yeah.
We talked about yellow staining and white suits and stuff like that. What do you guys think about that?
Oh, man, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's white everywhere. I'm going to have gloves.
What, pit stains?
Yeah. He is bigger, too, so he'll sweat a little bit more.
Yeah.
This caught my eye when they first showed the pre-order for this, the hands, the sculpting in the hands.
It's good.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Those hands never do that.
I know, yeah. Don't worry, we'll get to that stuff in a second. So accessory-wise, you got your heads and everything else like this. You can see a little bit of the Hulk in there.
I like the bandaged eyes.
Yeah. Do you know where that's from?
Isn't that from the show?
It's actually the show and the comic.
Like
It's part of the Parts of a Whole storyline. That's where Echo.
Echo did it to him, right?
Yeah, she shoots him in the face, and he's blind. And so he went to Europe to like do some kind of like experimental, what was it? Eye transplant or something, but he had bandages over his eyes. But they also did it in one of the shows. I can't remember. Was it in Echo or no? He had eyes in Echo.
I think it was at the end of Echo that he lost his eyes. That's
or was it Hawkeye? Was it in Hawkeye?
Could have been,
because it was the what was the storyline? The story was like something like somebody in her family. Kingpin ordered Ronin to kill like all the people in the family and killed, like, I don't know, her father or something like that. And then Kingpin told her that Ronin did it. But then she finds out later that Kingpin was responsible for it. So that's when she came and shot him in the eyes. I don't remember it verbatim, but I think that's what happened. But anyway, that's the head. That's what the head's from. Let's see here, by the way. Predicting. Yeah, that was another thing too. So they have this CC. They didn't have a lot of accessories. Like, what do you think about the accessory count? Because I know you're big on that.
It's a little light. Of course, I don't know what else you would come with though.
That's a question I had.
Gotta have a cat, right? Every mob boss has a cat, doesn't he?
Who's that guy? Inspector Gadget? Claw, remember that?
Yeah.
He had the cat. Wow. This is Grey Hulk for NYCC, White Cape God Doom for Legion's Con. Whoa. Do you have the set list? Jesus, look at this. This is really good.
I didn't know that Mez was a Mortal Kombat fan.
Wow, look at this.
Raiden.
I know, yeah. That's a really good lineup. I saw. Oh yeah, this will kind of go in there. I saw a lot of people just taking a guess at this body. They said this is the Hulk body too. I'll be honest with you. I have to probably wait till New York if they have it there. What was it? Oh yeah, right. Easter eggs. What did you guys see? This is your first time seeing this?
Sorry, I breezed through it earlier, like maybe 20 minutes before the show.
Well, this is kind of an Easter egg here, and then also a topic of conversation. So they had Kingpin. Obviously, we've already Punisher's up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this is we got a tease, like a silhouette tease of Daredevil. This is a little bit more revealing, and of course, a lot of that focus is going to be on him. This looks good. We'll get back to it in a second. Showed Spider-Man and everything. You don't really get like a height, how tall he's going to be. You can kind of see, I guess, maybe body-wise, but and then this is probably the hot topic of this. I didn't see a lot of people say anything about price. I think most people kind of called it. I think Husky called it. He did the average between who was it? Hulk and another figure. Said it would probably be about, what, 135, 150-ish. And he came out to one thing. But I didn't see a lot of people talking about price much. There were some people, obviously, but this is probably the biggest thing people were talking about. And that is your Daredevil.
Yeah.
Reuse.
Yeah, it looks better than the one we have.
Yeah, the the topic of conversation for this was the pleather material.
Of course.
Yeah. It was more of there were a lot of people were questioning. I guess you can talk about that a little bit. How do you guys feel about this? Because the MC, go to you really quick, because you like that recovery Superman, or at least the character, and then you got him. Do you still have him?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about it now that you've had him for a while?
I wish they didn't use that suit, that material, but I don't know how you can do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a materials expert. I don't know how you could have pulled it off to give it the look with it being made of a different material, honestly.
You don't think that they could have used like the material that they use for maybe Captain America?
I don't know. With black, I think it would look different, don't you? I mean, like, to pull off that color of black with that silver.
Which one are we talking about?
The recovery suit, Superman.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the material for Daredevil. I was using the recovery suit because that recovery suit material, I think, is what this looks like. It's early. It's a prototype. We don't really know. I either narrowed it down to recovery suit Superman. No, I'm sorry. I should have clarified. My fault.
Yeah.
Recovery suit Superman, Nightwing, which is thicker, or kind of like that medium. What is it? Kind of. It's the material like they use for like the Nautilus crew and Captain Nemo.
Yeah.
Those are the grades I would give it.
I think they should give with Daredevil, they could probably pull it off with the Captain America or the Spider-Man suit, like the newest Spider-Man that we got, the Friendly Neighborhood.
Yeah.
I think they could pull it off with that. Maybe with like some, I don't know what the term is for suits, but for clothing, but some black washes in it, instead of just red or darker red, but to highlight some different areas. I don't know if you can do that with cloth. I'm not a materials guy.
Yeah. What about you, CC? Like, what are your thoughts on like this material and choice for this? Is it cool? No. Or?
I don't like the pleather stuff. We kind of talked about it before with the Punisher thing. I much prefer the cloth stuff because I just feel like it's a little more playable, for a lack of a better word.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's been another figure that had like a really shiny suit that you could do something similar.
Something that kind of like simulated it a little bit. It's got like Captain America and Aquaman have that like shine, but they use those embossed things that kind of do it.
Yeah.
Like
I don't think you like use Green Goblin because Green Goblin, that vest is that pleather material, and I think the main thing that they're concerned with using this kind of material is that I think it looks good. I think just functionality wise, people are. It depends on like what figure you have, like Nightwing. Nightwing, I can get
very glossy. Why can't they just use kind of the glossy fabric like what they have with Doc Ock?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I just mean like I don't know if it's connecting with them. Why collectors don't like this material?
Yeah,
I think because mainly I like Nightwing and I'm able to move, but like when you take that figure out of the box, you gotta work with it a little bit,
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't have the time to do that. Another thing is like when you take something out of the box, I think everybody's so constricted with time. They want the ease of whatever the figure is. They just want to take it out and mess with it, right?
Yeah.
That's something that doesn't lend to that material. And then obviously the biggest one is breakdown.
Yeah.
And I've started to see people talk about it, and I've tried to like take a different perspective on it because I know people are paying, especially nowadays, you're paying more money, right? So the longevity of what your figure is, you want it to be more, right? Because now we are pretty much investing in this stuff, right?
Right.
It's not like more casual. Like now, you're making life decisions now, like food and stuff like that. You shouldn't be, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people want stuff to like last. And then I was thinking about it too, and somebody made a good point about it through what they were saying because they were pretty angry about it. But they were like, I shouldn't have to do all of these special things just to make sure that this figure is not going to break down. And at first I was like, well, you do that with anything, right? Like if you got a car, you got to put oil change, there's maintenance and stuff. It's trying to like tell this person, you don't have to do that. But if you want the longevity, whether the figure is, you like anything, you put time into it, you know?
Yeah.
You could buy a lawnmower and you can leave it outside, let it rain and stuff like that, and eventually it's going to kill it faster, right? It's the same thing with your figure. Or otherwise, you would take your lawnmower and put it in the garage, you know, change out the spark plugs or whatever you got to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The more care that you put into something, the more attention you put into something to preserve it, it's going to last longer. But I get what somebody's saying. You know, yeah, you shouldn't have to hermetically seal everything just to preserve it for. So I think that's the biggest thing. People are like, it's the breakdown. I like the way it looks, but I maybe that's a question I should ask when I go. You know, is this something that aesthetically they want that, or is this something that the licensor asks? I don't know. Medical grade silicone seamless bodies so it won't break and just modify the suit and the body, the seamless naked body. Yeah, I've been talking about that for years. Does this kind of, I don't know how to say it, give you pause about getting something like this, the material?
No, because I don't really like the material of the first one that we got. So I think
So like the pleathery stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was, I mean, like, I'm fortunate that mine's still in great condition, but for how long?
Yeah. CC, when you see something like this, does it make you apprehensive even though it's not out yet? The gimp suit look.
I'm excited when we get that first, but after seeing the kind of the pleather suit one, I didn't like that one at all, to be completely honest.
The first one, or you mean Punisher, or what?
I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry, I broke up there.
You didn't like the first version of Daredevil, or you don't like the material like they used with Punisher and then this one, or I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
The Punisher. When we got that first tease of the Punisher, I was real excited, thinking we were going to get a cloth suit version.
Yeah.
Because I don't want a pleather version at all, to be honest.
Yeah. Ah, the hell's that? Just trying to get everybody in there. What bothers me though is they're putting up a figure that isn't close to the final look, especially with sites having NRDs. Changing a head or accessories is one thing, but the material of the suit is another. Yeah. We talked about that before too. With they kind of showed it was in a silhouette, but they kind of showed, and everybody thought that it was going to be cloth. I think when I asked them, they didn't have a definitive answer to that. They said that it was a working prototype, but they were still going through it. But then it went up for solicitation. So I grew up with Migos, so it kind of feels right. It feels like more match aesthetics better than classic older looks. Yeah, I agree. I want a cloth Punisher. Yeah, I think that's probably the biggest thing. So they I mean, I will say too. I mean, this is a promotional image. I mean, obviously they had 2 or 3 of them in here. Yeah, like MCU said this. Like I don't like this isn't bad. This is like a thinner one, but I think one of the things that they talked about, people feedback wise have said like this cracks a little bit, when it's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see, but hopefully that didn't take away too much from this. I didn't think we were going to get a Kingpin figure for a while. I'm glad that they didn't put this figure on the Hulk body. Like the older one, because he probably would have just been. People would have just said he's a statue.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about them doing an MDX version of him in another suit?
Oh, you got to get the black suit.
Yeah.
It's a given, isn't it? It's not a question of if; it's just a matter of when.
Yeah. I'm wondering if they're going to see how well this does, and then kind of base it off that, and then their MDX do like a limited run. I think everybody's changing everything now. It seems like stuff is. I've been, I track all this stuff anyway, and they have progressively been shortening the pre-order windows lately. They used to last for quite a while, and now it's averaged under 30 days. They went with such a dynamic pose for a big guy. I would take that with a grain of salt. This suit looks loose enough. Do you guys think, like, for him to do some of this stuff? If he's on the Hulk body? If he is?
Yeah,
I don't think we'll have a problem.
I think we'll get good articulation, as long as it's loose enough.
Yeah, I don't want a skin-tight suit on this guy. I think you'll be able to do this. One of the questions, or one of the areas of concern I saw people were talking about mainly is that, he's doing that stuff. He's sitting and standing and he's fighting and everything. I think the biggest one was people were saying, is he going to be able to sit down? This gives me hope.
Yeah.
If he's lifting this leg up, I know it's Photoshop, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he's doing this, the other leg theoretically should be able to go up and he'll be able to sit down. So I guess we'll see. See, there's another leg up, but yeah, this is kind of. I think this is cool that they're doing it, because we've gotten Husky he sent me a message and said that he was happy about we're getting more villains, because it always seems like it's been a lot of hero overload, and now we're getting characters to actually battle these guys. So that's a good thing. Do you think Mezco should address the issue of the false leather on the new figures to inform customers more? Or do you think them not saying anything will harm newcomers from pre-ordering right away? What do you guys think?
I do think that it's very hard to make that type of a commitment when you're not 100% certain what you're going to get.
Yeah.
I really do. That's why I kind of think like there should be like an initial maybe pre-order, just kind of the gauge interest. But then once you get like a final product, then reopen the window.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think to me that would be a good way of doing it.
You mean for people that missed out and then it's out in the general public and people see people getting it in hand and actually either enjoying or not enjoying it?
Or just once you have a final, this is our final product and this is what we're going to, this is what we're going to tool. You know what I mean? Then you should, get it into, some of these guys, the influencers' hands or whatever. Say this is what the final product is going to be, and then we're going to do another 20-day pre-order. You can get in before this, we put our final order in, something like that. But
yeah,
you should get a chance to see what the final product is going to be before you have to make a decision. especially for something that you can't get. You know what I mean? Like you run the risk of waiting to try and get it later on from retail.
Yeah. MC, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's, like materials unpredictable, like, different types of material and stuff. I remember when Mez, that when you did the interview and stuff, like he said that, they may pick something out, but later it's not available. When he goes to like the material place in, where's it, China or something like that, where they have like literally every kind of material, every pattern and stuff like that. And
yeah.
And then they may have a good idea with going with like that pleather, that rubbery kind of suit, but then it doesn't translate well. I think it's maybe like to build on what CC said, I pre-order when it's initially announced, and then when CC pre-orders, they raise the price a little bit more, like an early.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like kind of like a latex kind of thing, but
yeah, but not like crazy, like, all right, you're going to pay double now, but maybe $10 more or something like that, or 50, like.
Do you think that would go over well though? Like, I know people are going to complain no matter what, but do you
Exactly.
think somebody's going to be like, oh no, you charged me $10 extra now?
I think some people will be in line with it, and then some people are going to bitch about it. Like, why do I got to wait? Well, because you didn't trust in the product right away. And so, but then it's like, at what point can they add that to their order? I mean, I don't know how that works. Like, hey, there are 500 units now that are coming in.
Yeah. This is a good question. I don't know how to like say it without. I think the speed bump that they run into with this is that everything's like on this like project time,
Mm-hmm.
and like say you're designing, developing a figure, and you're trying to like get it out because of the pre-order, you're having people like seeing people are interested and are going to buy it, and you have this certain amount of time that you're supposed to do it in. I know it works against everything as far as like a collector, because you're like, well, how do I know to judge if I want to buy this or not? But I think a lot of times they're like, okay, this is the proof of concept. This is what it's, the idea of what it's going to be.
Yeah.
I don't know concrete for sure their process with it.
Right.
I don't think that they're doing it on purpose. I think that there's some kind of time constraint with things. I think there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we don't know about, not just with them, but with other companies. You'll hear them talk about it all the time, like dealing with the licensor,
Yeah.
Like let's say you had this pretty much 98% done, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Mez talked about this on there. Like, let's say you're doing this and they said, you know what, these buttons, we don't like the buttons. We want to change that. Because you know how I know diorama builders know how this is. Or anybody that creates something. Like if you're a builder and somebody's, I don't like that. I don't like that. Change that. Well, you knew this is going to push the project back farther, right? Yeah, that's okay. Do that. Change it. And then what we'll do is we'll look at it and approve it or not. Still trying to work within that time frame. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like how you said the materials thing. Okay, well, we did the suit. We don't like the suit. It looks too big. Can you tighten it up here, here, and here? Okay, yeah, sure. Then they're going back and they try to find the materials for the suit and it's no longer available. Or they look at this suit. I think there's just a bunch of hurdles. Because I've heard them say, it before. I've heard other companies talk about it before. To get licensing approval and have not only just whoever the licensor, but then these other parts of a company saying, no, no, no. You know what I mean? Like there's so many hands in the cookie jar. I think that's why most of the like people that have their own IPs, it's a lot better. It's less stress free. They just go, the buck stops with one person.
Yeah.
I know people are gonna think that's an excuse, but I think anybody that's done like contract work or work with you know, built something for somebody. I had to deal with it like dioramas. That's why I stopped doing it. You know, I would make something. It was already pre-done. And then somebody would say, hey, can you paint the windows this color? I'm like, oh, well, you know, that's going to take extra time.
What do you mean?
It's going to take extra time. And then
No,
somebody
yeah,
gets
no, like,
pissed
what do you
off.
mean it
Like,
should take extra time?
because
You
they're
can't
going
just
to
do this
paint
right
it.
now.
It's not easy. Like, man, I remember painting windows one time. Like, the guy was like, just repaint it. Just a different color. I'd like this color. And I said, that's cool. I said, but you know, you're painting windows of something I already built. Like before I made my windows, I'd paint the windows before and then I would attach it to the building. That
Yeah.
way you're not sitting there trying to, you know, do and then mess up the building part and then you got to repaint the building. That's just my process. That somebody probably
Mhm.
has a different one. But, you know, it would be something like that. I don't like those colors. I remember it happened to me once too. The guy was like, yeah, you're right. I didn't like those colors, so let's go back to the original colors. Okay, now I got to repaint it again, and I'm gonna bust this timeline with you. Are you cool with that? You
Yeah.
know, it was like a commission. It wasn't Mezco. It was somebody else, and it was like, are you okay with that? And then you know they're, oh well, it's taking so long. It's like, I'm not doing this again.
Yeah.
You know, so you're working within this agreed time frame for the contract or whatever this figure is, and all these changes. You know, it. I don't know. I don't concrete know their process. I just I've done enough research and heard other people talk about it too. Usually, when you hear companies talk, it's like it's very, it's very time consuming. It's very, you know, labor intensive, and you're just constantly talking about changing stuff and doing stuff, and that's why these projects run longer. A juggernaut would be crazy. When I speak with they showed many prototypes before the pre-orders. So the pre-order releases are closer to the final design. Yeah. I've seen Hong Kong fabric, and the one he uses, it's nuts. It's a flea market with endless booths and fabrics piled high. It's overwhelming to walk through. Yeah.
Imagine.
Bundy and Hulk. I love the photos. Love to see the size. Yeah, I think that would have been cool if they kind of had like a size comparison with some of the figures. But like I said, maybe this will be at New York, and then you know that's something I'll write it down and I'll ask them. You know, it's going to be New York. They'll be there. I can, you know, bring it up and ask them in conversation. Say, hey, is there, you know, do you guys are you guys aware of the pleather material, and is it something that you guys could use for aesthetics, or you know, because it seems like there's a lot of feedback from the community that people would much rather have, you know, cloth instead of the pleather.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, I do. I do deal with dioramas. I've done work with Gears of War and UFP. It works would be the same thing as UFP has to adjust the pre-order, then pre-order closer to finish. And when I work with Gears of War and we have PCIs, you know, WB works, and they do the same thing. And yeah, has to adjust. That's true, but what if you have a timeline and you adjust and you keep adjusting and your timeline's still going to be there? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you had a project and somebody just kept saying, yeah, I want this, I want this, I want this, you're still inching closer to the timeline, the deadline. You know? I think communication might be key for me. I do agree with that. If they comment on their creative choices, fabric, etc., I think most people will be understanding. He did talk about it during that hangout. But yeah, that was how long ago? Maybe some reiteration. Like I said, when New York's coming up, I'll ask them, you know, the decision making process and the choices like with that, and ask them if they are aware of it. Maybe they're not. I don't know. But I mean, if you get on their social media, I mean, they're getting a lot of feedback about it. So I don't know. But I am excited about this. This looks cool. I guess we'll see where the Daredevil stuff goes. I mean, what are you guys' thoughts on this?
I'm buying.
Yeah, I already bought it.
CC?
CC's the biggest X factor with this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's a must-have for me, to be honest.
Yeah, you're getting more selective.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Extremely selective.
Do you have the Marvel, the Legends ones?
I do.
Is that playing a factor into this?
Some, because I mean that Legends one is honestly pretty good.
Yeah.
I have the suit one. I've taken a few shots with it. Yeah, see, I don't know. See, it's another one of those things where I'm very hesitant to pull the trigger, not really knowing what it's going to be. And I've gotten real selective anyway, so you know.
Yeah.
Kingpin's not necessarily a must-have character for me.
Yeah. I like it, just the fact that they're doing villains, and this will go with, you know, Punisher, Daredevil, Spider-Man. It'll be cool to have it. Do some fight scenes and stuff like that. And that's what I got out of this, you know, mainly. I hope that they do keep the suit loose, because these shots, I mean, again, they're subjective, but I like the potential that it looks like it has. I think if they have it at New York, I think that'll tell a lot, you know? And it may not tell you much because it might just be standing there, you know?
Yeah.
That's always a hint. If it's standing there in a neutral position, most of the time that means it's been just put together, and, you know, that's what you're going to get. But the good thing about it is there's alternatives, right? Legends is out there, and pre-order immediately. I skipped on the Legends one. Yeah, there's so many versions. I think I put this up too, right? Oh, I didn't. There was another version, like the old school comic version with the purple pants.
Mm-hmm.
And then the black suit one. I hope they just do the black suit. I think it'd be easier. Wouldn't have to wear gloves, right? Oh yeah, this is cool. I mean, yeah, I'm excited about it. But transitioning to this, I know we're running a little late, so hopefully this doesn't go too far. But does collecting need to change? Because we've talked about all of these things during the show, right?
Yeah.
How much money, the rising cost of stuff, the limited amount of space, right? So do you guys feel collecting needs to change?
I don't think collecting needs to change. It's the collectors that are changing.
So I split this up into three things. Let me try to like hit it really quick, but so just for context, like, right? So obviously in the terms of like popularity, growth, variety of companies and offerings, this whole hobby is like exploded exponentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
And usually when a bubble gets too big, too fast, it pops.
Yeah.
So right now, do you feel we're at or coming to or past the point of this bubble popping?
I think it's popped.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that?
Look at the sales posts.
Yeah, there's a lot of people selling.
A lot of people selling. A lot of people selling at a not as much of a markup.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of pre-orders are still hanging out there. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to get things sometimes on the, you know, you miss a pre-order, just find it on the shelves, find it in BTAS. I think space and money have become limiting, have finally occurred to people.
Yeah. CC has the bubble popped.
Yeah, you know, this is kind of one of those things we've been talking about for a long time. You know, we've toy
Yeah.
apocalypse, and it's kind of one of those things. Is you saw the light coming down the tunnel. You didn't know how long it was going to take to get here, and I think like we're past it. Like there has been not to complain, but there's been so much product, such a short amount of time that we kind of all, I think, essentially buried ourselves. Like I literally sit down here a lot of times and I look around at the amount of stuff that I've got, and it's literally more than I could ever spend the proper amount of time really to enjoy. You know what I mean? Like it's impossible. There's so much stuff. And the things just keep coming and coming and coming. So I think that we kind of saturated that toy market. Like we thought we always knew we'd get here. I think we're there. All the vehicles and things that we've gotten and all the other stuff that, like we've kind of gotten all the things we said we've wanted. So where does it go from here?
Yeah.
I think sign of the times is look at it, all these videos that are popping up where people are fighting over Pokemon cards in stores and things like that. And it's getting crazy because everybody's trying to make a dime off it.
And part of it is like the demand. Remember how we used to talk about like a year ago? That phrase I used to say all the time is like, be careful what you wish for. Everybody's talking about, like you said, they wanted vehicles, they wanted more figures, they wanted more releases. Remember how, what was it, like probably 2 or 3 years ago, people were like, Mezco takes too long to put out stuff. They remember I was telling them, like, you don't want them to go full speed. Like this year, if they kept up with their release dates, like everybody likes to like give them crap about, this right now, they've only had a couple of like pushbacks. I'd say maybe out of the ones that they put out, I would say max maybe 5 or 6 that they've pushed back. So this is kind of the pace that you would be at every year, and people can't keep up this year. And that's not even completing the line. That's just being selective. I understand there's variables like money, like everybody's incomes is a little bit stretched a little bit right now. But even if that wasn't the case, I mean, what was the total we said like a month or 2 ago? It was like $3,000 already. I think part of this is like collectors, not really understanding what they wanted and saying, I want Sky Strikers, I want flags, I want Pterodomes, and more, fast. And you can't even keep up nowadays.
Right.
Yeah. So I broke it down just like a general thing, and definitely gives me a better idea. But then the other 2 things I said was like personal, well, not personal. It was a company, and then also is collectors and company, right? I did have a question for CC because like I guess you kind of answered it, but so now you're more focused on like plants now, right? It's kind of like your form of collecting. But so like to me, when I look at it, it seems like you are almost getting more enjoyment and fulfillment from that now.
Yeah.
So do you still get that from collecting toys? Or has it changed?
Don't get me, I still really, really, really enjoy my toys. I really do. I don't think anything will ever replace it. I think with the toys, it's just become a question of really getting it organized and in order, and just the sheer volume. Like I said, there's too much stuff. So in order to really enjoy it, like I've got to really stream it back and focus on the things that I really, really like. Instead of just buying one of everything just for the sake of having one of everything.
Right.
So that's really key for me moving forward. So if they release, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm not buying another toy. Nah, that's not true. That's not true. If they release something that I like or whatever, I'll still go ahead and pick it up. But it'll significantly cut back on what I buy moving forward, and that I can display or mess around with, or have genuine interest in, instead of just having boxes upon boxes of stuff unsealed sitting around. It just, the more I look at it, just doesn't make any sense. It's honestly, it's not bringing joy to anybody, right? The box comes in, I bring it in off the porch, it goes downstairs. What was the point? Literally none, other than just me knowing in my mind, well, it's been secured, right? Mission accomplished. The item's been secured, but nothing to that. So like I said, this isn't anything new. We've been talking about this a long time, man. Just the amount of product, and you got more companies still getting into the game, and trying to keep up with Jada Toys and the things that they're doing, and Hasbro's not slowing down, Mezco's not slowing down. And 4 or 5 years ago, we said, at some point you're going to make a change or a choice. You can't afford to keep up with all of them. Yeah. And I think we're there. Like, dude. People don't. Yeah. Space, time, and money are all finite, right?
Well, especially now when it's like getting out balanced, like space and money, like those are kind of like things that you could always kind of adjust to. Like space, you could like, okay, I'm gonna sell this stuff off. That kind of offset and gave you money so you could go maybe buy some of the other stuff. And there was that cushion of like, okay, I bought this figure, I didn't like it, or I don't like this line, or I'm not into this line, but you're making it up because you're selling that stuff, right? Yeah. And you're feeding it back into the community, keeping that little ecosystem going, right? Yeah. Now people don't have that disposable income. Everybody, and part of it's the aftermarket part about it too, because like you said, I'll say this. Let's say you wanted to buy whatever the figure was last time, like that you last bought, right? Let's say you knew that it was going to be at the store in 2 months' time or 3 months' time, or were you going to go online? Would you kind of like wait?
Right.
I think aftermarket's played such a big part of that people are. It's a byproduct of it now, because like people are like, that's their focus. I got to buy it now, because if I don't buy it now, I'm going to have to be paying double or triple, what I'm doing. Yeah. Later on. So that feeds into it too. But if you knew that you could go to Hasbro Pulse, like that beast, if you knew that in 4 or 5 months' time you knew that it was going to be there, would you really be in a rush to buy it?
Right. Right. And it's to the point now where, a lot of and I mean, we've had this discussion before too. Like for me, part of the fun of toy collecting is walking down that aisle, right, and being able to kind of pick them off the shelf. Yeah. I really took great enjoyment of that. Like some of my fondest memories of collecting, especially as an adult, was doing the. This is going to go way back, but when Toys R Us would do those May the 4th things. And, I can remember standing in line waiting on this midnight release of whatever the Black Series figures were for May the 4th. And, you're standing in line with fellow collectors waiting on these things. And, Toys R Us was handing out free T-shirts for everybody that was out there. Like, it was just a cool experience, Whereas, there's just something almost detached about just ordering online. Like, I'm not really, it's convenient, yeah, but it's just... there's really no experience to it, if you know what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. Like when Mezco says, hey, this is going live 1 o'clock, like it's get on, it's over in 2 minutes. Right? Either you got lucky and you got it, or you didn't, or it manages to stay around a little longer, but there's just no, other than like when we had the time when the Nosferatu thing froze.
He's gonna keep bringing that up.
That turned into a memorable moment, right? That was one of those things that we'll always talk about, because it was just funny the way it worked out. But for the most part, a lot of those things, you're not going to remember the time that you bought X figure or whatever, right? It was just the 30 seconds you took to log in, click buy now, and it's over. Yeah. So, I missed seeing the stuff on the shelf. And hell, the last time I went to Target, I told you guys, the Target here local to me, look, there's like nothing there anymore.
Yeah, mine's the same.
Mm-hmm.
I know you guys think it's weird, but that's the reason why I do like some of this stuff that I do, like the signature stuff, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It just it personalizes it. I feel like that sometimes too. You're getting on and you're just buying something, and I know people complain about the availability, and we've kind of like figured out how to do it so it's a
Yeah.
little bit more successful than your average person does it. And but you know, it it gets to a point where it does become repetition, and I want to do something that makes it a little bit special. So I'll do that. I'll do autographs. So like it's personalized. It's something different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still have it, but there's a memory attached to it.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, I think that gets lost.
Yeah.
You're not going. You're not going and oh yeah, I remember I went and it was raining when I went to the toy store and they only had two left and I had to figure out there's no story really behind it.
Yeah.
And then maybe like less meaning. It has meaning because you got it, but
Yeah.
well, MC, like, so your thing now is, you're focusing more on family and life.
Yeah.
So has collecting brought you less enjoyment, or
I
does
think
it
it's
have like less impact on you that now that
I
you're
think
doing
it's less of a priority for sure. Like 'cause
Yeah.
Sawyer's growing up there, he's less excited about certain figures. I mean, there's obviously some that he really wants. Like he was excited about Kingpin today.
Yeah.
Invincible. He just shouted from the other room, dude, you need to go to bed. Peanut gallery.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's losing. He's starting to grow up a little bit, so it sucks. But
Yeah.
it's good too. Bye.
Night, Sawyer.
Night, Paige. Night.
Night. Good night.
C.
He called you D.
Yeah, I think that's probably like the overarching theme with this is like trying to figure out if you still have the enjoyment part about it to keep going and do it. You know, I think we all kind of like work it into our lives. You know, just like anything. But there's these outside factors that are coming into play that I think are making it harder for people to not only enjoy it when you get it, but just the fact that the process of trying to get to that enjoyment, you know?
Like what we were talking about the other day, Snowcat. I'm like, what? Jesus Christ. I don't really want it. I don't want it to come now. Like I'm not ready for it.
Yeah, because I remember I looked at that thing at San Diego and I thought to myself, because I've been organizing, rearranging stuff, and I've gotten kind of things kind of manageable, to a certain extent, where I can grab something. But I was like, that thing's huge. Where am I going to put that thing?
Next to the other three that you haven't opened yet?
Exactly. It'll be but that's the thing too. I put that in my garage. And so almost like what Cece said too, like you going downstairs and you put it in the basement, some of that stuff is like out of sight, out of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you almost like forget about it. And I still have the desire to open his tank and that rattler and all, I haven't opened that stuff. I'm really looking forward to doing it, but then that's where the time thing comes in. And so, I mean, I don't know what's the better transition to go into with this, like the company or collectors, but maybe a company would be better. So now that we kind of like figured that out, right? From a company standpoint, how do you feel like these companies are doing now? Do you feel like they're taking all of these things into consideration with the customer and the fan base, or do you think that it's just business with the usual? Because you can act like everything's okay, but eventually, I mean, I know they look at sales numbers and everything else, and I do think that they're in chat rooms and group messages and they're watching feedback. So I do think that has an impact. And obviously, this is all stuff that's happening now. I mean, if I see it, I'm pretty sure other people can see it.
Yeah.
I think they're in, let's make as much money as we can as fast as we can right now before this thing
Pops.
bottoms out. Yeah. and they're starting to see it, of course, in some aspects, I'm sure. But I think they're just going to keep crushing us until their money's gone, until they're not making money.
Mm-hmm. But do you think that's good for the longevity of the line and the fan base? I guess that's what I'm kind of getting at. Like, if you see this stuff, do you think that instead of being reactive, being proactive to something like this, like if a company looks at this, and this is my thing, I don't, business wise, I don't know the back end of what they do, and then how their policies and procedures and licenses. I'm sure it's a huge thing that's you have to take into consideration, right?
Mm-hmm.
But do you think like companies right now would be a good time for them to go, you know what? Because I can't tell you how many videos I've seen, but like, hey, the price point for this, regardless if it's come from the top or whatever, we're starting to price a lot of our customers out, right? Mm-hmm. Not just people that are casual. Like you said, there's people that have been collecting these lines religiously, completionists, and it's starting to cut into that. So do you think companies should look at that and say, you know what, let's try to do something where we're more proactive. Like, let's try to maybe, if we can, scale back some of the offerings for the year. Maybe take a hit for a little bit and do some price reduction. I think they're kind of trying to do that, but I don't think it's like translating to the customer well. I think like they're cutting back on costs, and it's more of like we're cutting back on accessories. They're downsizing boxes and stuff like that. They're limiting qualities like this, like he says right here. So we don't want them to make more quality or fewer figures. I think that's the balance that companies have to try to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
Do we make more, less quality, or do we make less, higher quality, and then piss off everybody because there's not a lot? Because we have to cut costs somewhere. So how do we do it?
Eliminate the pores.
Where are we at? 212. That'll be the spike.
Yeah. It's not really a new concept, but I don't feel like there's a big enough pie to support all these companies that we have.
Yeah.
Right? Like at some point there's going to be a huge, shift where unfortunately some of these lines and some of these manufacturers aren't going to survive it, I don't believe.
Mm-hmm.
When Hasbro continues just to kind of look at their bottom line, I'm sure they're going to end up looking at, sales or whatever, and, they'll take a hatchet to it and certain lines will just die, right? Indiana Jones didn't make it very long.
Mm-mm.
Right? That was real short-lived.
Mm-hmm.
Classifieds have gone a lot deeper than I ever thought they would go. I got to be honest. And they're not doing a HasLab this year, so it kind of made you wonder: is that a sign of things to come with that? Right?
Yeah.
There's certainly going to be a shift. Whether it's, I would hope what it would end up just being is less offerings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe higher quality. That way, it's still worth them making.
Mm-hmm.
And then just not doing it as frequent. We've talked about this before. Like at no point did I ever want a Mezco every month. People used to always talk about that. And I'm like, you're crazy. If you want, 1 to 2 Mezcos every month. Like never did I ever want that.
Yeah.
And same thing with some of these other lines. That's why Jada almost has it kind of figured out. Like they literally give you a wave, and then you might not get another wave for 9 months. It's like Scooby-Doo. Wave 1 was what, last year? Scooby-Doo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they take their time.
Yeah,
what they're doing.
Yeah, Jada Toyz. The price point is right. I think the frequency in which they're releasing figures is right.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people could kind of take a number from them as far as moving forward. Like I have no problem at all moving forward say that I'm going to continue collecting the Mega Man and Scooby Doo from Jada Toys, because it's not an overwhelming burden. I'm okay with buying those few figures, every 6 to 9 months. And guess what? I can actually get a chance to mess around with those figures and enjoy them during that time, instead of quickly discarding one to make room for the next one. So I think that really helps a lot.
The price point helps too. I know they boosted up the price a little bit for the deluxe stuff, but I mean, if you're, it's like if you're paying $20 or $30 as opposed to, like you said, 100, 12 to 150 2 or 3 times a month. That's a huge difference.
Yeah.
This is a good, but I do want to clarify something. Like, to be fair, Paige, we work with companies and we help them out. We get the inside scoop. We see stuff early and we get free products, so it's easy for us. I do acknowledge that. But I also try to keep as much as people don't think I do, I try to keep a very balanced part of it. I really don't take advantage of any of the stuff that they try to offer me. They obviously they have done stuff for me, like I've worked on projects with them for stuff, but I really try to be neutral with a lot of that stuff. Like when I go to San Diego, I will buy from them. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's also to have, like, we talked about this too, like with the my account, that I have another account that I use and I'll buy so they don't know it's me.
Yeah.
That way, if I have an issue or something like that, I email them that so I get that experience. I want to like still be grounded in community stuff and not get too blinded with this stuff.
Yeah.
It does help to know, like if I go to San Diego, I know certain figures that are going to be coming out. Yeah. But there's times when they drop stuff and I don't know when it's going to come out. But I think that's good because that keeps my experience as a collector. So I'm not sitting there going, oh, you guys should have, you should have known.
Yeah.
It was supposed to go up there. So like I'm very selective of how I like do that, because I think it, even though it's cool to have that, I try to keep it more information based, not like advantage based.
Yeah.
Because it looks bad. Like if I kept sitting there and say, oh yeah, guess what? Hey, 5 Batmans, guess what? I got all 5 blue ones, and it doesn't look good, And that's just something I have to do for me, because I want to keep it at least somewhat balanced. But there is advantages. What's this? I still have enjoyment, but as I wrote older health risks, I get this too. Like some people, they don't have a lot of time, not just in their daily lives, but then, if you're waiting for a figure to come out a year or 2 years later, I'm just catching up with this really good. I wish collection was even collectors who are unfortunate because it's such a fun hobby. I think it can be. I think that people, and we'll get to this part, like in the community part, I think that that's another part of this that's messed things up a lot too. It's become such a big competition. People don't network. People are, for whatever reason, they want to intentionally piss each other off online and get into these spats with other people instead of networking, and looking out for each other and supporting each other. I think that's a huge thing too. But we've talked about that, like we have this circle between us, right? Like if one of us is going to miss something, we'll help each other out. Can you imagine if that was more community, like that bubble was bigger in the community? That's part of it. Guys that are working, or maybe your friend doesn't have money, but he's a good guy and you could take care of him. Like he'll take care of you on the back end, but you're like, okay, I'll grab another one. Just pay me back when you can. I think that's part of that missing experience too. Like you remember when you collect like face to face. Remember marbles? Date myself. You remember that? Remember marbles? Like, oh man, I got this big ass marble. I'm gonna wipe all you guys clean and stuff like that. But like everybody was around each other, and then, or trading cards. Trading cards is another good one, right? That's a better example. Oh yeah, I got a Michael Jordan. Oh man, I don't have that Michael Jordan. I'd love to have it. All right, cool, man. I got you. Here you go. I got 3 of them. Or yeah, I'll trade you. It seems like that part of it's lost too. People don't want to help it, but it's a byproduct of how everybody treats each other in the community. Because everybody wants to I'll use myself as an example. That's fine. So, like, you want to put information out. Somebody's like, this sucks. I don't like what you like. You know, you're a shill. You're stupid for doing this. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Do you know that in this position that Killzone says, like having an advantage or something like that, like information, or just even if I had a way to get a figure, you know, a better chance at a figure, why are you insulting somebody that has the ability to do that and then complain about it later? But like the lack of community is just completely off nowadays. Could be so much better, but we've been saying that for years too. Let me catch up. I'm sorry. MC, like, what do you think about companies? Like, how, or do you think that there's something that they can be doing to kind of balance things out between like their bottom line and their customer base?
I think right now they're just trying to make as much money as they can and crank it out. But long term, I like CC's plan. Like, give us more quality and less quantity. You know, throw in those extra accessories. Give us, you know, I've always, you know, CC and I and you, we always agreed. I want the best version of Kingpin there is out there. I don't want, you know, 3 different suits or anything like that. I want give me your best with all the accessories in one bundle, and I'll pay more.
The one guy was saying that, you know, these, let's be honest, these companies are trying to make money, whatever. And I completely understand that. Mm-hmm. I really do. I understand the economics of it. And that's why I'm saying the model that the way it is right now, it's not sustainable.
Right.
So I honestly believe, and this is going to be sad to say, but I honestly believe you're going to see Hasbro get out of the game.
Yeah.
Right. They'll go back to kind of making toys for kids. Right. And as adult collectors, you're going to be relying more on Mafex, Jada Toys, Nacelle, these smaller companies that are focused on adults that don't have the pressure of trying to satisfy these stockholders and things like that, right?
Yeah.
And it's done on a much smaller scale. Like Hasbro is too reliant on massive production in order for it to be worth their time, right? Like they have to have it, otherwise it's not worth their time.
Right.
You're not going to see those numbers anymore, and that's the reason why you see these shelves at retailers shrinking, because this stuff is getting sold on clearance or ending up at Ollie's, that kind of stuff. You know, it's all about making a buck. So if you honestly believe that Hasbro is going to continue to do what they're doing and produce figures just for them to get marked up or end up in, you know, gross clearance out, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I really think Hasbro is going to get out. I think they've messed around with it. It might be why you've seen some of these guys switch over to Boss Fight, right? Mm-hmm. The writing's kind of on the wall. You know, you just can't ignore it. Like, it's not going to happen tomorrow, but, you know, 2-3 years from now, I wouldn't think it'd be hard to believe that you're not going to see Hasbro adult collectibles on the shelves.
You think it'd be all virtual? Like, it would be that kind of like made to order or production run kind of thing?
I think Hasbro is going to get out of it altogether. I think Hasbro, you won't see classifieds anymore. None of these lines that they've done, it'll be done. You'll be getting stuff from Jada Toys and like I said, Mafex online, that kind of stuff.
I think
toys you can still get in stores or whatever, but I really think it's those smaller niche places you could be getting your stuff from.
Lease out their licenses, their licensed properties.
Yeah.
Like the Joes.
Yeah. They're going to let somebody else do the work. Mm-hmm. It's just not, it's not profitable enough for them.
Yeah. I see this too. Like I know because it's going back. So some of the conversation has already gone forward, but I know that with the guys that I don't want to say work, Darius works for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, KJ Adam and I we're just kind of like guys that are there, right? We're not officially working for them.
Mm-hmm.
We've had this conversation in the past too. They take feedback, and That's what I think is good about it, because there's a amount of trust that has been built up. You know, everything that I see online, I've I'll talk to them about, and they're open to it. But then also I like filter it. You know, it's more of like it's more presentable. Because if you walked up to him and said, "Yeah, your product's fucked up," is he gonna listen to me? No. But if you come up and when it comes up and have a conversation, or they're very, like, it happens every convention when I go to. Hey, what's going on in the community and stuff like that? What are you hearing? What's the hot spot stuff, like, what's hot topics, right? And it'll be something like this. Or like next time, I'll say, yeah, there's a big talking point in the community about like the pleather material. Would you be able to explain like why you guys choose that, or is it a cost thing, or is it just an aesthetic thing, or have you seen some of the feedback with this? A majority of the people that I see, they would much rather, because of limiting articulation or degrading over a period of time, they would prefer using cloth material. Do you want that, or do you want, your product's fucked up? You get more out of the other, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what's being on the boards and reading all of that stuff, and that way you can go and you can talk to them and do that stuff. So yeah, I think that there's a way you can have those conversations with the company where it just doesn't come off as like abrasive and you get shut down like right at the end. It's not like kissing their ass, but if somebody walked up to you and slapped you and said hello, are you really gonna talk to them? As opposed to somebody walking up and shaking your say, "Hi, my name is Paige. How you doing? I'd like to talk to you about a couple things." Or is a slap. That's the tact part of it. I don't think a lot of people, they're online and they're like, I can say whatever I want. And it happens every convention. I see all of this tough guy talk online, and you guys know, I'll talk to you guys about it. I'm like, okay, let's see who says it, at the con. They're there. Everybody's there. The people that are responsible for it. And I don't ever see anybody coming up and saying what they say online to their face, So they do that too. You have a way you can get your message across. I just don't think people are tuned into it. They're just like, I want to rage out. I want to rage out. I don't want to solve the problem. I don't want to do the things to solve the problem. And now we're at this point where, it's where everything is big. I agree with you, like CC. Here's a question. So let's say this. Back in the day, like 2008, 18, 19-ish, they didn't put out a lot of stuff. They would put out like 20, maybe 20, 25 figures, right?
Yeah.
So, especially now, would you guys be okay if they said, okay, we're going to do these offerings and we're going to put more into it? Because you always talk about accessories, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To say, okay, we're gonna kind of streamline things out. It's gonna cost a little bit more, $10-20 more, but you're gonna get offerings like the PX Punisher. You're gonna get offerings like that. Is that a compromise?
Yeah. But I understand where they're coming from, where it's hard, because let's say Mezco does decide, okay, well, you know what, we're putting out too much product, so we're only going to do 15 figures a year, right?
Right.
Well, then what do you focus on, right? Because if you do mostly Marvel, then your DC guys are upset, right?
Yep.
If you do mostly DC, then your Marvel guys are upset. If you don't find time for the horror line, then those people get left out. So it's a difficult path for them to walk. And for Mezco, like, to me, I think it's even harder, because let's be honest, this is a premium line, right?
Yeah.
Very few people out there can really afford to just drop. When they do these surprise drops and it's $140, I mean, let's be honest. Like, in today's day and age, if I tell you, hey, tomorrow I need $140 from you, a lot of people can't just do that at a whim, responsibly. So it's really changing the landscape of things. Like, I still feel like a lot of people got into Mezco during a time when we had all that extra income and we were locked down, and nobody was going out, so you had to spend your money somewhere, right? So there was this inflated demand, but you really already see that things have changed. Just speaking from experience, trying to we had talked before about, if you were ever on the fence about a Mezco or whatever, just buy it and you could always get your money back, right?
Yeah.
We would say that all the time. That's not a guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a brand new Mezco, and I mean, the way it is right now, you got to sell it damn near at retail, if not below, in order to move something.
Yeah. Well, what do you think it? MC, sorry, I didn't get you in there, but what do you think would be the compromising solution for it? Like, do you think that businesses should look at this and say, okay, we might need to take a little bit of a hit right now in order for us to like survive whatever this period of time is, because nobody knows how long it's going to last. But I'm sure everybody involved, whether it's the company or the customers, they want the line to keep going, regardless of what people complain about. Like you said, like somebody said, like you said, Hasbro, like just dropping it. That's like Neca dropping the turtles. There's some people out there that are be like, yeah, hooray, I couldn't stand them doing it. Now other companies can do it. They still have to catch up to everything that Neca did.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll stand by what I said. There's going to be a lot of people who say, oh, I'm glad they don't do it anymore. You're even though you may not have liked some of the offerings they did, they still did some of those, like McFarlane.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that stuff you're not going to see because they got to reset and do the whole line all over again and establish, their continuity. Are you going to go back and recollect all the figures you did again with this new company? Are you going to, and is it going to be successful enough to stick around to longevity wise, especially in the economy, to do what the other companies were doing? So it's like, where's the balance with it? That's what I was saying. Do you think that companies should scale back more or take a hit on it and say, yeah, we're gonna tone down how much we put out a year for a little bit. We'll kind of reinvest some of that into the offerings that we have to make them a little bit more special, gain some people back, and other stuff too. You know what I mean? Like connecting with the fans and everything else, because you got to build that too, right? But do you take that hit right now for the longevity, or do you just, like you said, do you just keep going and say we're going to keep making money?
I feel like they're all playing a dangerous game of chicken right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like all these companies know they're heading towards a wall. Nobody wants to blink, right? It's get your money while you can. I can understand that. But the wall is getting closer. Like somebody is going to have to turn. And I just feel like it's inevitable. Like it's going to happen. Like we've talked about it before. Like we really lived in a golden age for collectors. Golden age with the offerings and everything that we had.
Mm-hmm.
It's not sustainable. It's just not. To have this amount of product available, this many different companies doing it, you're going to see a lot of this stuff fold. Maybe it means that the third party, because they're not paying licensing, ends up taking over. Because they can manufacture it cheaper than everybody else, right? Because the way they're doing it. They're not paying for licenses. So maybe that's the way that you end up having to get a lot of your products for those type of things. But there's going to be changes. It's inevitable. There's going to be changes. When people talk about these things being on clearance and stuff all the time, everyone's all excited about it. Hey, I got this figure for $5. Well, when you get that $30 figure for $5, that's not a good sign.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, short term. Yeah, but not long term.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to change. How about the community part of it? Is it where we transition?
Yeah. We talk about companies, like what they can do. What do you think? I still think that that's a huge part of this too. Community. I really do. Is there something that you feel like the community during this time can help? It's going to take all of it together.
Yeah.
Companies are going to have to like look at this and say, okay, we're going to have to adapt to this.
Yeah.
What do you think that the collecting community needs to do to adapt if you want to continue to collect?
It's I've been patiently waiting for this part of it because I just started with the plant thing, and it's kind of weird how similar plant collecting, if you will, is or used to be to toy collecting.
Mm-hmm.
I posted a picture of a plant the other day in one of the groups, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm growing a lot of these things too, which is real cool. But I posted this picture, and I simply said I don't think you could have put a more perfect leaf, right?
Oh boy.
Not a single person commented to tell me that they had a prettier plant. Not a single person put a comment on there asking, why do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, nobody made me defend my position at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Only thing I've seen is either positive comments or just positive reactions. There was no laugh emoji, right? There was no negative emoji. I don't know how many comments and posts and stuff I've gone through those groups and looked at, and you don't see the negativity there that you see in the toy collecting community. Nowhere near the amount. Like it's not, and I'm sure some of these are the same people. I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
But it's just not there. It's just a very chill atmosphere.
Yeah.
Where everybody talks about and enjoys their plants. I don't understand why toy collecting can't be that way. Why can't I post a picture of a figure that I like without having to then, in turn, defend my rationale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I post a picture of Doom and I said, man, this Doom is fantastic. Well, it's got no ab crunch. It can't move. It can't do this. The Mayfix one is better, right?
Yeah.
Like it takes all the joy out of it because as soon as you do something in the toy community, it's like they go out of their way to try and steal that from you. It's almost a chore to try and share within that community instead of it being a fun experience. It used to be fun. You used to get in the toy groups and have fun all the time. I'm not sure when or how it changed, but the negativity just, it kind of crept in and it didn't go away.
What would be some ways to make it like fun? So what would you?
I think that's just to me where it just goes to where I think we fell short as a community by just being quiet for too long. Like when the thing started to get too negative, it's like we kind of let the negativity take over. Right? So how do you take that back? I don't know if you can. Has it gone too far? We talked before about how, negative posts get far more interaction than positive posts, right?
Yeah. I've shown the analytics for it,
yeah. Yeah. There's nobody to blame for that but us, right? As a community. When I say us, I don't mean us four or whatever, you know what I mean? It's when I say us, I mean as a community, because we're the ones that are interacting with those negative posts. I can't really explain it. I don't know what that is. But I do know just from interacting in these other communities that it's not like that everywhere.
Yeah.
So you can't say, well, it can't be that way. Right?
Right.
Even with stuff like in the Cabal for Mythic Legions, like we talked about how, early on in Legions, when it was kind of smaller, it was, Cabal above all, right? You heard that all the time.
Yeah.
Now they've gone through a period where it's getting an awful lot like everywhere else in there. You know what I mean? So it's an issue. It's definitely an issue. I know I don't interact in the toy groups nearly as much as I used to.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. You just get on. It's like, well, what argument is going to be today, right?
That's every day for me.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, I took the path of just, I don't interact with it anymore. You know what I mean? It's not worth the hassle to me. Whereas with the plant stuff, it's chill. It's chill atmosphere. Positive. Everyone's just enjoying what it is that they're doing. People can ask questions regardless of how stupid that question might be. And guess what? They get an honest response instead of somebody just jumping on them for asking a stupid question. And I don't understand why it can't be like that in more places.
Well, are you, MC? Because you've taken a pretty, both of you have taken back seats where I don't see you guys on at all, really.
Yeah.
Understandably so. Yeah.
It's like CC, it's become very toxic. And just trying to read through, like when you read through comments or something, and You get on
Yeah.
the rabbit hole. Like, I just don't want that in my life anymore. So I don't. I see your posts, of course, and I see CC stuff, and I'll scroll through. Nowhere near as much. Like once a day, usually, I'll scroll through the Facebook feed or Instagram feed, and that's about, like, I don't even go into the comments section. I just look to see, like, anybody took any cool photos, anybody selling what, like any inklings of news or anything like that, or but it's so I just needed a break from it. It was, and it's been very cathartic. Agree, CC?
Yeah.
Like, and we've all been in like a few groups, and one that we were all in together that we left that was just crazy, and I don't want to ever see anything like that again in my news. Like, social media is just, I hate soapbox anymore.
Yeah. Pixel had a bunch of pretty good comments, but this one's like, have positive conversations been moved to Discord? It seems like everybody has their own Discord server now. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if it's the admin thing for me, and then trying to juggle all the information and stuff too. It gets to a point where there's just so many different outlets. I don't want to, like. I wish it was all combined into one kind of like pipeline that branched out into other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's like, not only is it like different platforms, like you got Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, got Reddit. I'm sure that there's threads. There's other things I don't even know about, right? But that's just 5 off the top of my hand, and then they all have their own little, you know, guidelines. Yeah, like YouTube the other day said, for if you want to monetize, which I'm so glad I don't do. They upped the watch hours to 8,000 now, and I was looking at my stats, and I'm sitting there thinking, oh God, I'm so glad I don't have to like keep up with that kind of stuff, because that to me it seems like it's going to perpetuate even more stuff. How do I make this show? Somebody out there's thinking, how do I make my show and my content, so either so divisive or so memorable that everybody's going to watch, so I can fulfill this 8,000 hours. It's going to change. It's not that person, because they're doing stuff to do whatever they need to do to get the 8,000, right? That's why I like put those plugs in for like Gbalda and then also Son-Ova-Flower. I think this sounds really bad. Hopefully nobody takes it wrong, but I know somebody's going to take this part of it and just use it as the whole context for the whole conversation. But I think we need to like protect, like, and value community a little bit more. I know people are sour on community. Like, some people will say, I don't like hearing people talk about community, but I think that's the reason why it should be talked about. Just like when people say that they have criticism about company, I think there should be a conversation about community, because like you guys have said, it's kind of fallen off.
Yeah.
And before, like, whether you rallied against the company or whether you were happy with the company, you still did it within the community, right? Nobody's sitting at home playing with their toy going, yay. There's other people around you. And if you don't have other people around you that are at least enjoying whatever it is, then how are you sharing these good, these good memories with anybody but yourself?
Yeah.
I think, and I need to really drill this home. I'm not saying when you are protecting and valuing the community, that means everything's roses. I mean, this show, regardless of what people say, if you really watch this show back, and also the questions I asked you guys were stuff that was from the community, right? And there are things that we kind of came together and agreed on, things that we saw things differently, right? But the conversation was still there. That's probably lost in the community too. You can't have these conversations with people and they're like, oh, no, you're wrong. You're not being critical like I am about it, so you're wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I just have my opinion about it, and nobody's saying it wrong. Now, if you're throwing bullshit in the group and saying, hey, it takes 5 years, yeah, I'm gonna say something to you. But if you don't like a figure, I could care less if you like the figure or not.
Yeah.
But I think we need to like protect that a little bit more and have more, maybe not be all positive, but have more productive conversations. understand that people are going to agree to disagree, but then also, you know, be open to some of these criticisms. I'm open to it. I just don't, like you said, I don't want to sit there and be inundated by somebody that's just constantly saying how much they hate the line. I don't think that you belong in the group. You hate the line.
Yeah.
Why are you
Just
here?
leave. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You had that conversation before. I don't like country music. I don't go to country music bars and walk in and say, I hate country music. You know? Why? It's the same thing for like real life. Just apply it to online. If you don't like the line, then okay, that's cool. You don't like the line. Go make a group that's, I hate Mezco. And then I guarantee you all those people will follow you in there. But there's people that have been in this chat and that are in the Mezco groups that can have productive conversations and say, hey, this is cool, but I think that this can be improved, you know, and have adult conversations, you know, instead of this, you know, my Mayfix is better than your Mayfix and you're wrong because you like it. It's like, no, dude, I like it. You don't like it. There's nothing wrong with that. But we need to be a little bit more, I think, more protective of like groups and stuff like that. Because you're gonna have good people like you guys that are just like, I'm done.
Yeah. And you know, sometimes I wonder if this is gonna sound really bad, but
MySpace.
I do feel like a lot of folks similar to us have probably already been turned off, right? Like, how many people do we know that aren't on social media anymore because they just had to get away from it, right? It started off as just taking a break, and they discovered that they were just better off without it. Like, social media itself probably just kind of ruined a lot of things, man. And I don't know if there's any turning it back, because we monetize so much of it. You know, you got your content creators, everybody fighting for likes. So it's all about what do I have to do in order to get the attention, and it just seemed like it ruined a lot of things, man.
I don't know what it is in the groups. Have you noticed this? Like, I looked at, you know, because I do backtrack research and stuff like that in the groups and stuff like that too. I remember like 2 or 3 years ago, the numbers haven't really changed, but I remember 2 or 3 years ago, there would be like 100 likes and like 80 comments on something. Like, if you go in a group now, even like the other group, the one that has the larger number of members, there's not really that, you know. People like hoard likes, you know, if they see a picture or something like that, they don't comment on anything.
No.
But the numbers are still the same.
Engagement is real low.
Yeah. It'd be cool to try to figure out like what would make a group, you know, better. Like, what would be it? I asked somebody that didn't like the way the group was being run. I was like, okay, well, what do you suggest that would make the group better? And he said, well, you're too strict in the group. You have too many rules. I was like, there's not a lot of rules, but the rules are there because of the things that happened in the past, right?
Yeah.
And when I asked it for, he was very direct with it. He's like, it's just the rules are too strict.
Yeah.
And I told him, like I said, I was like, okay, there's reason for the rules. I was like, but that's fine. We'll work on that. I was like, what would you do to make it fun? And he didn't have an answer.
Yeah.
He had an answer to say that it was too strict, but he didn't have an answer to what would make it fun. He didn't say, you know, oh, photo contest, this and that.
Yeah.
Community highlights, community member spotlights.
Yeah.
You know, you should pin anytime you see something like Son-Ova-Flower, you should pin it to the top of the page. Nothing like that. It's just like, it's just too strict. And that's when I knew. I was like, it's, you know, usually you have an idea of what would make it better. I hope it's not the end of this, man. I really don't. I like it. I like the people I've met, like you guys. I made some really good friends. I have Toyz probably more than I should that I enjoy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I enjoy it with you guys. I just that's why I wanted to talk about it because I do see it going that way. I don't want to see it go that way. So instead of being reactive, like I said, be proactive and try to figure out, what we can do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what would you think in the groups that could be done? Like, oh, here we go. You jumped in and tried, yeah, that kind of stuff. MC, what do you think? He's like, I don't know.
A changing culture.
I'll be honest, and the groups that I had the most fun in, like the guy that was telling you have too many rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like the first or the worst mistake a lot of these groups made was we created this culture where you had all these groups that were quote unquote uncensored.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That culture, it seemed like it almost kind of built up and festered. Just everyone feels like because it's online or whatever, that they have a right to say whatever they want to say.
Yeah.
I always kind of feel like, well, I have a right to not have to see it either. It's like it shouldn't infringe upon mine, that type of thing. So your group by far is the most enjoyable of the ones that I'm still in because it doesn't have as much of that stuff. But the negativity just kind of kills it for me. So, I would really wish that admins would take a firmer stance. And, if you have a whatever it is group, Jada Toyz or whatever it is, anti-comments just shouldn't be there. It's a fan page, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like you said, I would dare you to go into a Taylor Swift fan group or whatever it is. About Taylor Swift. Yeah. I would dare you to do it. Like, you're not going to survive that.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be the same way. These things are supposed to be places where you can go and share your enjoyment.
Yeah.
Now, if you wish something was different, then you should be able to say that, hey, this figure is great, but it would be better if, hey, this is it, but I wish it had this. That's fine. But when you just go on there and just try to really just trash something, I don't understand what you're trying to accomplish there. I'm not there for it, but it just seemed like the negativity is just, it built up so much that I just don't know. And we've been talking about this for how long?
Yeah, a couple years.
Long time, man.
Years.
Long time. It's nothing new. I think we kind of all saw it coming where, people literally kind of built their reputation on it. So how do you turn that back around? I don't know if you can or if you ever will.
That's what I mean, like maybe looking at it from the standpoint of like trying to highlight community members more. I know we're talking about this and we have talked about it before, but it's always to try to get to that, to get to these kind of like solutions to make it better.
Yeah.
And just like anything, it takes one person to do it. So as a one person, what do you think it is? Should it be, I don't know, encouraging people to take photos or, making an effort like sometime out of the day to make a comment on somebody's post?
Yeah.
I try to do these little things every day. Like if there's people on and stuff like that, like Son-Ova-Flower, I say, oh, hey man, thank you for sharing that. Just there's just these little things. I'm just wondering if there's other little things that can be done to kind of like build up that kind of community stuff. There has to be. Yeah. Maybe it's just not outside of the box, but there has to be some things to like that can be done to do that. I don't want to feel like it's done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've tried lots of stuff, man. I've tried Banner of the Week stuff. I've tried community, like people highlights and stuff like that. It's just like there's only so many things that you can think of,
Yeah.
So, let me see. I miss the engagement. I miss personality as well. Minis, like Minis. I'm wondering if she did the thing like you said, where she's like, I'm going to take a break. She's concentrating on family and the house and stuff.
Yeah.
And now she's just like, yeah, you know what? Fuck that.
Yeah.
Jimmy Pop, I remember him too. A few others. I know we have like outside the internet, but I do miss some of those members.
Mm-hmm.
I do too. Those are like, really good people. Or do you strengthen those little circles that you have? Is that the key?
I like small circles.
I do too. I just, man. Hopefully, it's not the save the world syndrome thing. I'm wondering what you could do in these little spaces that we have. I even though these things are getting tough, like we're talking about finances and stuff like that, I think it's going to get tougher. You know, people aren't going to be motivated to shoot any. I mean, what? Honestly, it is an ego thing. When you're taking photos, you want to share your stuff with other people. What happens when all that's gone?
Mm-hmm.
I know there are people that do it for the love of the art and because it's something that they enjoy to do, but there is like some validation to it when other people go, "Hey man, I like that." You know?
Yeah.
What's going to happen when all that's gone? I don't want to see it like that because there's some really talented people out there. There's some good people out there like that. Lord of the Flies, yeah. So plants, we'll bring plants into the group. It'll be the Mezco 112 and plants group, or you say you got to make friends. You're always gonna have people that complain and hate on others. I got into photography because it's a hobby. I love it, and that's how I view it. Yeah, I'm not trying to make it seem like all the negativity or criticism needs to get out of the group. That's part of the balance of it. I'm just wondering I think we just see things way farther down the road than most people do, and we can see it going in a direction. Just like we've been talking about this for years about prices going up, production runs. I mean, all the things we talked about, it's pretty much come true, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't want this part of it to come true. Because once this is gone, I think that's when it's really done.
Yeah.
You know? You can always have a small group of people that can kind of keep the fires lit and keep it going, but what happens when that's done?
Yeah.
You know? That's the part. I just don't want to get that part.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something to just think about. MC Save the World. Tell us what we got to do.
Small circles and kick out the assholes.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah. Oh, well, now that it's out in the ether, we'll see what happens. I'm going to go tonight and tomorrow. I'm going to go and I'm going to make an effort to that's what we do for this show. We start highlighting more people, maybe in the groups and stuff like that. I'll just start making more comments. It's hard to ask questions. That was another thing too. Like sometimes I'll ask a question and then it's like,
Yeah.
because you're genuinely curious about something. I don't think people are open to questions anymore too. Because some people bounce on it so hard, like really fast.
Well, you're in a constant mode of defending yourself all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think everybody's kind of like that. It's just you're always on the defense.
Yeah. So maybe stuff like that, and try to repost more people's stuff that things that I enjoy or I think are creative and I'm interested in, and get in the group and make comments and stuff. I'm trying, man. I'm really trying.
Coffee. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm 25, and I'm gonna be honest. My generation does like to hate a lot, but every generation you always have somewhere bitter with something. Maybe age thing is something. We're a little bit older,
How does that feel?
I'm
not sure I even remember 25 anymore.
Yeah, I guess when you're 25, you have more time, and then later on when you're getting older, you're just like, eh. The fight is still there for me to say, okay, yeah, I'd like, you know what I mean? It means something to me, but.
Well, when you're 25, you feel like you have all the time in the world, right?
Yeah.
Then when you get our age and you realize you got far less of those years ahead of you, you want to change the way you spend your time a little more differently, right? We get a little older and you start having friends drop left and right, and it puts things into perspective, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then suddenly you really, do I really have time to spend the days downstairs with these toys when I should be out visiting a loved one? You know what I mean? Like it puts everything into perspective when you get a little older, man. It's a lot different.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe it's trying to force like, our life experience or where we're at now, like our ideas on somebody else. I'm not trying to force that. I think when you're older, you kind of see it too, and you're just trying to like preserve it so like somebody who is 25 can get to that point where they can enjoy it.
I'm just glad somebody 25 is still doing it. So maybe there will be another generation after we're done.
Yeah,
it's going to be up to him to carry the torch.
Yeah, you guys have a Discord? No, that kind of went into what we were talking about earlier. There's just so much social media out there and time. I mean, we're almost at what, 3 hours now? Yeah, we're at 3 hours. Sorry. But it's a good conversation. You know what I mean? But like, no, there's just so many. Yeah, there's just so many different social media things. Like we just did this, but I mean, a lot of us have other things we got to do, and it's hard to keep up with that stuff. You got to like, there's so many requirements, like So I mean, yeah, we don't have Discord.
I didn't even realize Discord was still that big.
I guess so. I just it's hard to juggle Instagram, Facebook, and all the other stuff, like the group.
Yeah. And
then the information. It's really time consuming to do that stuff. I love it, but I'll be honest with you, and then like you said, you're trying to divide your time with your family and balancing this, but then also all that time you spend, or that I spend in the group or doing stuff like that, that's time away from this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, he said mad gems in this discussion. Thank you, man. Yeah, hopefully, we usually have these, and then we try to go back to some other good stuff. It's a good conversation, man. I really appreciate you guys. I know we have them before, but I think this is different because how we had all those lead up conversations.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're at this point now where you can actually like Cece said, you can actually see it, and you're in it, and you're experiencing it.
Yeah.
So Discord is massively mainly because of gaming. It's how you communicate in voice calls on PC, unlike Xbox and PlayStation with their party chats. Yeah, that's a lot to juggle, man. I don't know if I have the energy for it. Yeah. All right, we did our part here. Anything you guys, anything positive or anything that you guys really enjoyed this week? We'll end it off on that.
I finished X-Men 97.
Second season?
Season 2. Yeah,
nice.
Finish that. Not the biggest fan of the finale. Not the biggest fan, but I still enjoyed the whole season as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
I got to make the time to go see Spider-Man Brand New Day, man. I got to make that happen.
Get a popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
Take up more space.
Yeah.
CC?
I'm going to have to try it. How long is the first episode?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I was going to watch it tonight, but we ran an hour over.
I know. I'm sorry. The conversation was good. This
is my lantern time we just used up.
I know,
about an hour.
This is Cece's pushing time, too.
Yeah.
She'll still be up there. He'll be all right. Candles will be lit.
Oh, man.
I thought you'd never come by, Big Daddy. So, yeah, X-Men 97. All right, I got that in the queue. I do have it in there.
Yeah. You'll enjoy it.
What do you got? MC, what do you got? Indulgement of the week.
I am taking Friday as a mental health day.
Oh, whoa, really?
Taking the day off.
That'd be good. You got family plans?
No. Mental health day, man. All about me.
He's like, I don't even want the family around.
He's like, hello, good. Mental health. No part does that say wife or child. Mental health.
It's
do you have secret plans you want to share?
No secret. Like just literally disconnecting from everything. No phone,
Nice.
no computer, no boats, no hose, no motor cars.
Nothing.
Nothing. I mean, like no, like I don't want to. I don't want my phone to bug me. I don't want my email to bug me. I just want to decompress for a day.
Good, man.
You need a plant, MC.
Nah.
Want me to send you one? I'll send you a starter plant.
It got 7 leaves and green.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said it needs a mental health year. James said. That's a good thing I did. Oh,
What are you gonna do?
Not much, man. I had a really crappy week, bro.
I'm sorry.
You know, it's life, man. Things happen.
You had a good
I don't
nap.
know. Huh?
So you had a good nap.
The nap was good. Those are unforced errors though. Right now, I don't know what the hell's going on with that. I was just sitting there. I was like, I did it before the show tonight. I was so tired. I told Ann, I said, hey, can you do me a favor? Wake me up in a half an hour. I didn't even hear her say yes. I was just like,
Done.
I was like, damn it, yeah, man. This week was pretty. You know, it was just life stuff. Milo swallowed. I was taking, what was it, a leave?
Mm-hmm.
And I put 2 in my hand, 1 fell on the ground, and he ate it.
Mm.
And so she was, oh my God, that's toxic for dogs. I'm like, it'll be all right. And then get online on the internet, and they're like, you know, rage bait content. It's bad for dogs, they'll die. That's hyping her up, you know? And then I was looking into it, and I guess it is because like ulcers and stuff like that. I'm like, crap, this little guy, he's like 6 months old. Spent all this damn money on him.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it. So then, of course, did that. Got to take him to the vet. That was like $300. The tire thing happened, and then a couple of other things happened. I was like, ugh. But the thing I did find joy in was I watched the Cape Crusader, the 2nd season. I started watching that.
That's a good show. That is a dark show.
It is. I was very surprised. Like they do some Nolan kind of stuff, but they still got some blood in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the story. I like how they're teasing Joker and stuff like that. It was just a decompress. I was just watching it. I rolled into like 2 episodes. I fell asleep during one. Backtrack, watched it again, and I was like, "This is cool." I didn't have my phone on me. I just sat there and I watched the show.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool, man. Titan Toys. Anybody else going to Titan Toys? Vet bills? Yeah, they're not fun. Yeah, I was like, damn it. What are you going to print, MC?
My printer's still down. I got to get another part. So.
Oh, man. Yeah. I've been there with dogs. Yeah, that little guy, I will not be. I'm started to take medication not around him now. So I don't want this thing to fall. Heaven forbid he eats one of my other things I got. I was like, My cat once swallowed dental floss. Immediate panic attack. Panic attack. Jeez, yeah, that's not good. All that stuff. Oh, I will say this last part of it. So, you know, getting online, and I don't know if you guys know this, but MCU might. So, did you know that if you have like 3% hydrogen peroxide and you give it to the dog, they'll throw up?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was going to Walgreens. Huh? What'd you say?
Finally.
I didn't know. I was like, it says don't induce vomiting. So I'm like, crap, how do you do that? Like your finger down there? But I was like, how do you do it? And I got the hydrogen peroxide. So I was like, oh. So I tried to go to Walgreens. Of course, they're all sold out, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this sucks. And so got some from the neighbor. Started giving it to him. He starts throwing up, right? Everything happens for a reason. And so I'm giving him this hydrogen peroxide, looking for this tiny-ass pill. He throws up. And he throws up, I'm not lying to you, 2 chunks of a chew toy this big. I'm not lying. It was like
Mezco accessories. Did he throw up?
No, I looked. I'm sitting there going through it with gloves. I'm like looking through it, but he threw up those two pieces. All I kept thinking to myself, and this is probably a good thing too. And he's a kid, you know, not a kid. He's like what, 7 months old, right? So
Yeah.
this is in him, two of them, and I'm thinking to myself, if he hadn't have swallowed this pill, that stuff would still be in his stomach, and he probably would have like perforated his his intestines or something like that. He would have gotten sick or something like that. I was like, so I guess everything happens for a reason.
He took a leave because his stomach hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right? Yeah. So yeah, I learned something. Got that stuff out of his stomach, and I got to spend $300 as a form of financial control, not to spend it on toys. There you go.
There you go.
Will Sparky Foreman be back? CC has a couple Sparky Formans for sale.
Which one you need? I got you covered.
Is that
color in black and
Shadow?
white.
Is that Shadow still available?
It's still available.
Oh man, we might be talking, bro. Yeah, that's all I had. 310. Isn't that probably the longest show we've done?
I think we set a personal best. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I think we've done longer. Anyway, good talk, guys. Good talk, boys.
Yes, sir.
Let's see here. Is it sale only, or are you open for trades? CC.
Oh, for Sparky? I really can't think of anything I would trade for. I'm definitely more downsizing than I am swapping.
He would trade for erotic plants, not exotic, but erotic.
Plants. Yeah,
he would have you with that, wouldn't he? Like, I have this Brazilian blah blah blah.
One of those Sweeney plants.
Oh yeah.
Sweeney Bush.
All right, let's take us out then, since CC's got to get upstairs and water his flowers.
Pet population. Please have your pet spayed or neutered.
Bye.
And don't drop a leaf.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, especially with pets around. Thank you everybody for watching the show. Appreciate you. If you popped in, popped out. If you're watching a replay, thank you very much. This was a very long show, so I really appreciate you guys checking any part of it out. Go to one of your favorite creators, please, and like 10 of their photos, and then type them 2 little positive messages. How about that? That's how we'll do this in the world. Yeah. Dark times.
Yeah.
These are dark times. But yeah, do something nice, you know. What is it? Great show, guys. Thank you, James. Thank you, man. How much for Sparky Foreman? Eye emoji. You have that? It's posted up, right?
Yeah, I got the black and white one posted up. I got the color one I didn't post yet.
That's
he might be the first round 3. Look at that.
I don't think that here, let me do this really quick. Because you can't plug your friends. Who can you plug?
Be the plug.
Lana the plug.
Legend.
I don't know who I just saw her name.
Legend.
I saw her name somewhere. I was like, isn't she like Adam 22 or something like that?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, like I saw that, and then the reason why I heard her name was Joe Budden was talking about her, saying that his girlfriend was getting
frisky with her,
tore up by some dude. I was like, what? And he's like, I had to sit there and watch my friend do this. I was like, this is bull. Oh God, come on, Paige. Is this the first time that you've ever gotten on the internet? There it is. Hold on. It'll be worth it. You're getting free advertising time because you know how many people watch this show. But Darius. Oh, Darius is trying to undercut you right now. How much did you sell yours for? He has Thor, $90. Sparky.
That's a steal for Thor.
Yeah. Look at him. Which Batman? Oh, it's Nor. Okay. 116. Wow. This must be a Capo edition.
For anybody talking about they needed that, man, that 116 should go quick.
Yeah. Here you go. Frankie, 180. Special missions 150. All right, there you go. There's your price.
What a steal. What a steal. Only thing gone is Tangerine.
Good night, gentlemen. Oh, Son-Ova was here for the long haul. Good night, guys.
Good night.
So it is there, right? Tangerine sold? It did. That's why it's updated. He updated it during the show. That is a businessman. How many more purges do you think we're going to get out of this?
Oh, God. Man, yeah. Yeah. Plenty. There's plenty of inventory left.
Jeez. All right. Yeah. If you need this, go check it out. He's in the group. Otherwise, you can message Mr. CC. All right. That's it. Thank you guys again. Appreciate you. You guys have a good night. Remember, do something nice for somebody. It's free. Community building.